everybody. Welcome to the Lightbringers podcast. And this is episode 48. And today we're going to meet an apple salesman. He sells apples. Make some noise. My bad weird accent. Actually changed. The accent actually changed as well for some reason.
It really did. It was transformative.
It changed into something different. That's all I'm gonna say.
It morphed.
It morphed. You did a great job, bro. That was everything I hoped and more.
Kroof didn't train me, which is why it sucks.
You didn't pay the fee.
Oh yeah,
I couldn't.
$7.
I'm so sorry.
$7 per word.
$7 in feet picks. That's all I need. And you
Jebro,
too
why
get an
wouldn't you-
accent.
I'm not wearing socks today, so.
Why would you not pay that? That's a deal. Like, that's cheap, you know?
That's real cheap.
Wait, feet picks are cheap? They're
probably
expensive. And, like, mine are expensive. I don't do that. Just,
Well, we know you didn't because you didn't get any lessons. The accent was terrible.
True.
It's so great. It's so fantastic.
Wow. Just...
Welcome to Lightbringers today.
Hey, welcome. Welcome to Lightbringers, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're taking care of yourself, sweetie.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that was good. That was the one I was doing. Yeah. Off to a great start today, Pinky Fluff says. Yeah, the same as usual, which is normal for us. Yes, we're going to be playing more Guild Wars 2 story today, everyone. We're going to be playing the level 40 story. We are at setting the stage, and we're in Lion's Arch right now. So we're going to be going back to the old school Lion's Arch, I believe. Oh, looks nice. Hello, everyone in chat as well. As I was saying the alls. We're going to do a mini intro first, but I hope you're all good. You always get it. No, it's only knees, not feet. It's knees. Show those knees off.
Yeah, Boots has great knees. Like, can I just say, whoa? I mean, knees, like, they're fine on everybody, but Boots they're worth every penny. So when that old knees goes up, you definitely want to support there, because I've never seen knees quite as good as that, to be honest.
Mine's up.
I once had a random kid in elementary school come up to me and say,
that's why they're
you
not.
have really good knees.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a strange compliment.
Really brought me back.
What is the weirdest compliment you think you've ever gotten? Just as a random intro. Oh, well, actually, that's what we're gonna do. All right. Other than that, you think of another one. This is gonna be the intro for today. Okay. So, everyone, welcome to the Lightbringers podcast. We're gonna do a little bit of an intro. Normal intro. Plus, what's the weirdest compliment you've ever got? Safe for work, Fornax. Safe for work. Safe for work.
I forgot. I was gonna say something else. Never mind.
All right, Kroof, no, you're going first now. Oh wait, do you need time?
I need time because it was gonna be raunchy as hell.
Rookery.
No, I need time. What?
Wait,
I don't
Harold.
remember.
Do you have one?
I have mine.
Oh, you have yours?
Oh, go.
Okay,
go.
Kroof,
Okay.
you go.
Hi everyone, I'm Kroof. I may or may not be making videos on YouTube. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air right now. I'm also here on Twitch, occasionally. And the weirdest compliment someone has ever given me was, "I love you." And I was like, what? Why? And that happened. But
Oh,
Kroof, why are
we
you
all
telling
love
them?
you, Kroof.
Yeah, why are you telling them about what we said
no,
to
I know, like,
you?
I
It was,
know.
like, really
I'm just,
awkward.
it was just weird, professional, workplace, HR.
Well, we love you, Kroof. It's time for you to accept this.
Chat, look at what I have to.
Oh, wait. Was it an I am in love with you, or is it an I love you? Like friends?
It was
Normalize
both.
friends telling each other
was
they
both.
love each other, man. Let's do this.
I've had both, and I just found it really
Okay.
weird because I was like, I don't get it. But
Oh, okay. Some therapy there for you.
just a little bit.
Just a little bit. So kind of follow Kroof on YouTube if you want to, apparently, because they're still doing some stuff at points in time. They're still doing good stuff. Go and follow them. They're in the description as well. As well as make sure if you ever meet Kroof at a convention, just don't tell them that you love them at all, because they may freak out.
Don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Rookery or Fornax, which one of you has your weird compliment ready?
I have a compliment that was weird.
Okay, yeah, okay. That's weird to you. It doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. And weird is it was also a good word. Phonics, intro, and the compliment.
I'm Phonics, the Crichton Herald. I make Guild Wars 2 content over on my Crichton Herald channel, and I've launched Herald Gaming, where I can post videos that are not about Guild Wars 2 that don't get me kicked in the testicles by the algorithm. So that's great. So I've done that, which is painful. And anyway, yes, it is. And please go and watch. I've just put out a Fashion Wars video where you can win 1,200 gems as well if you make a comment and vote and stuff. It's a whole thing, and I take the Michael out of Rook a bit. It's fine. Anyway, and the weirdest thing. Wow, shots.
She knows what that means because she lived in England. Otherwise, she was like, "Take the Michael out."
We're trying to keep it safe for here. Okay.
Yeah. And the weirdest thing, so I was out with my friends. I was out with my friends. We were in a nice club.
Yeah.
And we're having it, just sat around, no kind of anything. And a guy just made a beeline to me, looked at me, said, "You're beautiful," and then just walked away. And it freaked me the fuck out. Because I'm like, does he want something?
Yeah, that's yeah.
Am I gonna like walk out of here and he's gonna be there waiting for me?
Hopefully
and
not.
I was like, and it was like, and so he could have been like completely. He didn't do anything else. He didn't do anything bad. He came over. He said the thing. He left. My friends are like, "Do you know him?" I'm like, "I have never seen that person before in my life." And then, and for the rest of the evening, I was like on tenterhooks because I'm like, what does that mean? Is he? Am I gonna like get kidnapped?
What do you mean? What does that mean? I'm pretty sure that it means what it says on the tin. That one.
What's the subtext? What's the context?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I mean, I also have to agree. I also have to agree that it's very weird because we've all had that moment, right? We've had a moment where you see somebody and you're like, "Oh, wow, you are great. Everything that's happening here." Chef's kiss. The whole look, I'm very attracted to it. It's great. But the difference is that like I can remember in middle school wanting to maybe say to somebody I found attractive, like, "Hey, just wanted to let you know, like, you're really cute." But like when you cross a certain threshold into adulthood, I feel like there's a very strange energy to that because it's not so much like you were having a conversation with somebody, you were related, having a great time, and then they say like, "This is so silly of me, but like, can I just say, I actually think you're really beautiful?" Like, that's different if you have all the lead up. If you don't, it's very much the like, I'm window shopping, and just like I would walk through, I don't know, a store and be like, "Oh, that's pretty."
Yeah, don't go. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. And leave.
I feel like I did that when I got a microphone for the first time, by the way. I don't know why. Anyway, thank you.
I mean, I could tell you a funny one. Whereby, so kindergarten.
It depends.
I was like 6, right? We were in the playground. This guy walks up to me, kicks me right in between my legs. I drop like,
oh my god,
crap, right? And I look up and I'm like, why did you do that? And he said, "I wanted to see if it hurt girls too." And I'm like, "Are you what?" So yeah, I mean, crazy interaction.
That is an interaction and not a compliment, by the way.
Wow. True. I mean, okay, yeah, I kind of lost the point. Carry on.
I'm starting to regret asking these questions. I might miss the inner therapist in me. This is how I get early childhood memories out of people, apparently.
And that kid grew up to be a scientist. He said, "I have a hypothesis. I want to test it out."
No, that kid is in prison. That boy.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense.
Wow, yeah. Okay, went a different direction. Okay.
Mercury?
I have no doubt that I've had weirder compliments, and we'll get to it when we get to it, but I like literally can't think of anything beyond the one that came to mind, unfortunately. I'm sure there are some that were really funny or really weird. I don't remember them right now, but you know, I'll do my best at the end. Otherwise, hey, I'm Rook. You can find me over on Twitch at Rookuri, Rookuri. You can find me on YouTube at same. I do a lot of content doing, I have just love MMOs across the board. So I do everything from story, lore, to all content, basically casual to hardcore, although a lot of my like hardcore question stuff is usually off stream, but I talk about it or do shoutcasting for various events. So that's what I've been doing a lot of recently. And this month is pretty packed with some even off stream opportunities. We just had another announcement today, but this weekend, though the weekend of the 22nd, I'm going to be doing a lot of casting for really big charity tournaments that are happening, some really cool charity tournaments that are happening with World of Warcraft for Mythic Plus. It's all in honor of some really great causes and with wonderful people. And I was really excited today. This is such a different footnote, but I was really excited today because the one that just got announced today is actually a full desk that is all women and or non-binary casters, which was so exciting. And that one's gonna be one's gonna be over on the Team Liquid channel, I'm pretty sure. So double check that. But that was like a special moment today because I looked at the desk and for once it wasn't like whole bunch of dudes and me and like one other person. It was a really cool one, so definitely tune in to both the weekends if you can, because I think it's going to be great, and we're raising money for some really great causes in support of equity, diversity, justice, inclusion, accessibility, and more. So yes, and my compliment, this is one that has weirdly, bizarrely haunted me time. And I don't know, like, it's not even that bad. Like, on the internet, you get people who are really rude to you. You get people who objectify you. This one was in such a weird middle ground that it has just continued to linger in the back of my mind. There was a post once on, I think it was Reddit, where they were asking, what are some of your favorite Guild Wars 2 streamers? And who do you think we should watch? And somebody that I knew was a longtime member of the community, and that had been in a lot of streams, responded with these words: for a small streamer, Rook's pretty good. Oh.
Now, were they talking about your height? Your...
I mean, I'm not, like, let's be real. I'm not ninja. I'm not, you know what I mean? But it was just such a bizarrely mediocre thing in a thread that's like, who are your favorite streamer?
Yeah, it's a random thing, isn't it? It's like yeah, that kind of... And from somebody that I knew had been heavily involved in the community for a few years at that point. And I wasn't sure if it was like a language barrier thing. I wasn't sure if it, but it was so funny to me because the little qualifiers in that, like, pretty good, or for a small streamer. Very no
a very humbling
there.
Experience.
Yeah.
They said, we're gonna humble you today. They said, we're gonna keep you down on earth, keep you in check.
I didn't know it would affect you so much. I'm sorry I said it like that.
Oh wow, Jebro. At least you're coming clean.
No, it was just so funny to me. Let me just say, friends, like, if you're gonna compliment somebody, or if you're gonna like recommend, just like do it. Just say like, I've watched Rook 3 years and I love her content. She makes me smile.
I've subbed on 7 accounts. You should go and watch her now. Follow all the things. Do it. Yeah. And she also likes hamsters. I don't know.
Yes, I do like hamsters.
Yeah, they're cool.
Except for dwarf hamsters. They're cute, but they're assholes. And that's the truth.
You say dwarf hamsters?
That is. Dwarf hamsters.
Wow, you just don't like dwarfs, do you?
Well, they're just fine, Jebro. I mean, in fantasy games, dwarves as a fantasy race, yeah, it's just fine. Okay. Not my favorite. They're not like, beautiful plant people or like gorgeous elves or like horned.
And that's okay, because this is a safe space. This is a safe space where all of our opinions can be heard.
Other than
that would be says in chat.
And I would like to admit, I agree with Rook.
Okay. Wow. I think the dwarf hamsters are arseholes. Okay.
Oh, that's a good one. Dwarves are pretty good for a small race.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay.
And same with gnomes as well.
Yeah, weird mediocre compliments. I think those are the ones that really get me. I don't know why. They really do, though. They really do.
Rock. Thank you.
That's another great pun. That's a really good one.
Well
done.
You need to play Deep Rock Galactic for Carl, everyone, for Carl. So, twitch.tv/JebroUni for the Lightbringers podcast. Most weeks, not next week, there will not be one because I'm getting my tattoo
removed.
I'm getting it touched up after a little bit. Sometimes they like to touch it a bit, and then they just
touch you a little bit.
Yeah, touch it. Yeah.
Oh,
They might be added to it. We don't know yet. But it's just going back over it again in some areas. So there won't be one next week, so we'll be back in 2 weeks. We'll probably do CM Dungeon. Manor. I can't ever say that properly, so I'm just muffling it. Weirdest. Oh yeah, twitch.tv/JebroUni. Come follow all the things. On YouTube now, it's basically this. Sometimes a random video, I just don't get the time because I'm a therapist nowadays. And we do stream on the weekends, not tomorrow though, but on Sunday probably. And this show, obviously. The weirdest compliment I've ever had. I don't actually know if I have one. Someone did give me one the other day, which I was not sure about. And I was like, out of anything they could have given me a compliment, they were like, and I think it's kind of nice as well. They're like, you have really nice hands. And I was like,
yeah.
Okay. What about my face?
No, Jebro, I mean, that's true. You got pretty hands, boy.
You got some nice supple hands.
Ooh, yeah.
What them hands do? Oh,
some elegant hands.
You're like the bass players.
I like to touch rusty spoons.
Oh no, thank you. Don't bring that back. Just leave it where it is,
God.
dead. I actually say I am genuinely surprised you even know what that is, Groove, because I'm pretty sure it came out before you were born.
Oh my god, do you think I was just like born yesterday?
Yeah,
oh my god. Oh, it was also my birthday this week.
Oh yeah, when's your birthday? Damn it, I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, I beat you to it. I'm trying to practice something called self-advocacy. It's really difficult.
That is called, yeah. I mean, that is. I'm not sure if that's called talking about your birthday, but like,
I just announce things. I announce things and I let people react.
That's okay.
It's like, I just took a shower.
You're celebrating yourself.
I just use salon selectives.
Yeah.
You got to do the hair flip as well. You've got hair for it. I can't. It just looks like I'm kind of having.
You're like, ooh, spasm, Charlie horse.
Oh, hello.
Kind of disappointed there isn't celebratory eyeliner. I have to say, I
honestly kind of was. I was thinking, I almost did it today.
Where's the birthday eyeliner, crew?
Where's the birthday everything? I know what Crichton Herald's going to say. Where's the birthday suit?
I just think it's really telling how no one here PayPal'd me $1,000 for my birthday. I'm not going to say that I'm disappointed.
We all do content creation. What are you talking about? I know I'm a therapist now, but we don't get paid that well.
You're a doctor. I don't know. I don't want to say I'm disappointed, but you know. It just means that I really have to, you know, keep in mind who my real friends are, and that's all I gotta say.
Oh, should I do a PhD?
I'll get on it.
Proof makes me want to be a doctor right now.
Does anyone want to buy a slightly used kidney? Let me know. Yeah.
I'm such an influencer. I'm influencing people to get their PhDs.
And their kidneys removed.
Oh my god. Do you or a loved one have a kidney that you no longer want?
Yeah, if anyone does have a spare one, apparently Cornex wants one. So. Or this one?
No, I'm selling one, so I can give proof.
Oh, you're selling it. Okay. Don't sell it. Okay.
Who'd buy it? I mean, Jesus God.
I would.
Carry on.
I would get it. Yeah, I'd totally buy it.
Yeah, I've got one of the. I've got like a collection. Put it on my mantle. Yeah, same. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You know those like gamer shelves you have? I'd get one especially for that.
Yes.
Put it next
just
to
like
Ritlock.
A row of kidneys.
Yeah, like a kidney would have Ritlock on there, and actually you'd put the kidney on top of his sword. It's very sharp.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I don't have Orin though. I might have to get that on eBay. So. I framed them. Yeah. Oh wait, framed. Oh, you can get those frames which are 3D. Anyway, we're gonna do the level 40 story now because we've done a half-an-hour intro. We are. Order Neophyte. Is that how you say that? I don't know. That's actually what it's called. Interesting. We are visiting the Traders Forum in Lion's Arch. We've traveled to Lion's Arch. As you can see, Lion's Arch is very interesting in look right now. It's still okay, I guess.
I believe that's pronounced rubbish. Yeah. Carry on.
Oh my god.
Reminder, everyone, reminder, this is a safe space for all of our opinions to exist at one time.
Well, what we're trying to say, what I think Harold is trying to say, that it is not to their specific palette of enjoyment.
I mean, if you like concrete theme parks, I guess it's great.
I love concrete theme parks.
Dreams are made.
I mean, it's Disney, isn't it? So yeah.
I will say I like pieces of New Lion's Arch. Like, I really like the octopus bank. It fills me with great delight, and I love that the back of its head is an aquarium. I also really like the big fancy pavilion thing over here that has all the lights and the metalwork. That's nice. That's good. But like the rest, sure. Is it
Rook, that is your equivalent of for a
bad?
small city, it's pretty good. You're like,
Yeah,
for like a couple
small
parts that I enjoy.
like pretty okay? Yeah.
I actually kind of like it. I'm really like in. There's a lot of controversy around New Lion's Arch. I kind of existed in the middle ground where it's like I'm indifferent. I was just like indifferent. I was like, it's a new city. It's new. I don't really feel any particular way about it, but some people, the nostalgia.
I like the music.
The nostalgia
The music's
bomb.
nice.
It's because I loved the original Lion's Arch so much.
Exactly.
I thought it was
same.
just
Same.
beautiful.
Too many
It was
memories.
beautiful
You know
and-
what? Obi brings a great point. They even put NPCs in this city that hate the new design, which, you know, if you're
That's
going to
kinda funny.
prime the player with other NPCs that are like, oh my god, this place sucks, it's like, you're not really doing yourself a favor. I'll say that.
I mean, I like the Quaggan pool that I'm at. The Quaggan's
Quaggan
running
pool's
around.
cute. Yeah. Can I just say that I had no idea that the tour guide, I don't know, okay, there's multiple tour guides, right? I think, but there's like the one main one that goes around and does the whole spiel. But the other day, I found a tour guide in the raid arena next to a desk, just crying forever. And
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same tour guide.
It's
I don't know
the
if the
same
toll
one.
of this terrifying, this horrible concrete city really gets to them. I don't know, but I was really wondering what's happening. Poor friend.
We're losing you, Rook, at points in time. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I got the end.
Oh,
We
yeah.
got,
did you
we
get the
kind of
end?
got
I think
the
it
gist.
is.
Gist.
I think it is the same tour guide. I at least like to believe it is, and that the raid arena is a little bit of a future glimpse, and she's on her break, and she's just like, I can't do this anymore. I'd rather go raid.
She's just there crying. It's so sad.
Okay.
I mean, if I was stuck in this map forever, I'd cry as well. So
Oh my god.
I mean, there is a lot of content, to be fair, in Lion's Arch compared to any cities in any
Where?
other MMOs. Wait, the jumping puzzles.
Jumping puzzle. We did just have the
Okay,
fashion
okay.
competition.
The
And
fashion,
the fashion
the
competition was
dog.
fun.
You know what? You're right.
You can access SAB, technically. That's. Anyway, let's do
look,
that.
I'll forgive them for everything if Jury and Cass get married over on that moundy thing with all the flowers.
That's
They
true.
I'll forgive them. I'll
Over
forgive them.
there?
But beyond that, it was an unforgivable sin. That's what it was.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez, wow.
Actually,
Strong takes today. Strong take.
the destroyed Lion's Arch was definitely more favourable. So.
I mean, okay. All of this with a grain of salt, because the city is still
It's all
compared
about
to many
you
MMOs.
enjoy people.
It's just fine. It's just fine. You know what
It
I
is just
mean?
fine.
But is
No, it's
it
fine.
like, is it their best city in the game? No. There's a lot of really great areas,
Oh,
and
the Chelsea.
having now seen a lot of the original Lion Arch that I didn't get to before season 1, I do see why people loved it so much, because it had so much personality, and
That's
like
it.
every detail of it played into that aesthetic and that personality. So I think it's hard. It's so hard when they went such direction in
Yeah.
this version.
It's just different. Okay,
Yeah.
let's do this. Any notes we have on the? Anyone wanted to mention anything else? We basically picked the order of the old whispers because we were like, oh, Tybalt, yes, we should probably do that. Oh, I like that back piece.
Shocking.
I've got that back piece. I just don't have it on right now. Sorry, I got waylaid again. Actually, let me just put this on because it's important.
Yeah, go for it. Put it on.
But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do the there you go. It looks very good. Look at it. Well,
You have you got a lot of colors going, and I like it. I
Yeah.
like a good rainbow effect.
I'm
It's
going
good.
for hardcore Silvari right now. This is the This is the mostly everything that you can be a Silvari as in the world. Anyway.
I love
Can
your
I
remnant
just
wings.
say-
They're so good.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I also love the look that Fornix has put on for today. It's a very good
It's so angelic.
pale tree-esque, but like
It
a better
is.
version, because we've all apparently labeled. Well, we've apparently labeled the pale tree secret a mega evil person in this playthrough. So, you know.
True.
And
Thank you.
Proof
Oh,
is
I
wearing
even
a
put this.
suit.
I was gonna
I
say.
even put the sword on
Waiting.
from the thorns.
Oh, nice.
Love it.
The great sword.
Wait,
Perfect.
Criff,
Just
why
keep
haven't you got any skins on your shield or pistol?
They're there.
There
Did you
were.
not
You're
see
all
them?
understated.
Okay, I've just got back. Okay.
Going for understated
Yeah.
elegance.
Maybe you're an engineer. Engineers
I'm
are
a
flamboyant.
butler. I'm a
Amazing.
butler.
A
I am
butler,
not
Jay?
the star
A
of the
butler.
show. I don't get paid enough
It's
to
all about
purchase
the butt.
flashy guns.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
It's all about the butt.
you-
with Criff.
Have you ever watched The Black Butler, which is like really like weirdly dark?
Yeah.
It is very weird,
Yes.
very
Yes, it
strange.
is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Should
That's
we?
all.
Should we do this now? or-
Sure, yeah, let's
And
go.
want to. I mean, we can
That's how
talk
you
about
phrase
anime
it as
if you
a
like.
Loading
question.
screen will be quite quick, just in case there is anything, because I think it's going to show us Old Lion's Arch. So everyone, just bear in mind that there will be some audio and video stuff. If you don't like spoilers, don't care. Because just don't watch
Get the hell out of here.
the show.
I
at all.
mean, this is core story from 10 years ago. So if you're playing through it for the first time, maybe like we've been playing through this for a bit now. So if anybody's playing through it for the first time, pretty sure they know what's happening. And
Hopefully.
if they're just tuning in for the first time, we are playing through the core story. So spare yourselves if you can. But I'd be surprised if anybody was genuinely angry.
I would be too.
Look at Old Lion's Arch here. You can actually access this now as well.
Speaking of,
I'm going to take a screenshot. I have to.
I think one of the big differences, I mean, even just in here right now, you can see, right? Like, there's a lot of dimension to it and depth. Like, even just looking out, see this arc that's like above us, this arch, excuse me, that's above us. And then beyond that, you see another like arched shape in the distance. All the details of the like pieces of ships
Oh, look
that
at
they
this.
have used to make up all the assets.
Yeah, look
like,
at this art though. Yeah, this fish
Yeah.
thing. It's like
there's so much. And I think that's kind of the difference of even the sight lines in New Lion's Arch. Like, even if you go up the bridge, you know, you've got like the ledges and the ships that are all on it.
I'm assuming that Rookery's giving loads of compliments to the Old Lion's Arch sometimes, and just like,
Oh, can you not hear me at
We
all?
can hear you now. We can. It's just
Yeah.
like every so often you say like the word that you're that you're going towards, and then it goes. It sounds like yeah, I don't know.
I can try
Yeah.
disconnecting and reconnecting if there's an issue.
I don't know if that's gonna fix it. You could try it if you want.
It always fixes it.
It will muffle up the thing for a second. I'll do it now, and I'll put it back on the 4 guests channel. Oh God! Everything went. Shake. Hello.
I will say I don't know why they've done it in sepia tones. I don't understand why.
Oh, it's because it's the past. It's
Yeah.
because it's the past.
Yeah, when you go in the, I think they put a filter over this.
Yeah,
For,
it's a
for,
sepia tone
for some
past.
reason.
Post.
I mean, honestly, it could have just done black and white. But
So
the
you
sepia
know,
tone
in
is a little weird.
TV and film, when they put sepia tone on like other old movies, it always indicated the past. So it's a very movie specific thing.
True.
Yeah.
They used to do.
If you're playing
Yeah.
through this story for the first time,
Yeah, but
It's not the past.
it indicates. Well, that's true, but that indicates to the
You
player.
know what else
like, this is
indicates a
I don't
change?
know.
An entirely
Maybe.
different city.
Yeah, I mean, I will say
that's true.
this. Can you all hear me now? Like,
Yeah,
am I
yeah,
coming
yeah,
through?
yeah,
Okay.
you're good, you're good.
Okay. I will say
Yeah.
this. I have seen people recently that have been playing through. We were just talking about. I'm gonna have to adjust my camera while we're live a little bit because my webcam reset. Thanks, Windows. Love it. This is great. But sorry. But I will say that I've seen people, and I myself had this happen when I played through for the first time, who genuinely didn't understand. Why is it suddenly sepia? Why am I in a completely different place? Why am I mean, we talked about Preach's
True.
videos a little bit last week, and Preach himself was confused about this and didn't understand. So while I do agree, that, like, yes, usually this kind of thing would indicate a shift in time. I don't actually think it works within the context of the storytelling thus far in the game, because we've never had a flashback sequence. We've never even had anything in the narrative that has established, like, old Lion's Arch, right? Like, for players who will eventually go on to play Living Season 1, you will finally have that click, but you will play through the whole base game still not having something that comes up that says, like, you know, I don't know, old Lion's Arch was the structure before the current city or something. I don't know how they could work it in fluidly.
Well, they should just have, like, they should have the maybe they have, like, you know, just a thing saying this is Lion's Arch before, or just a notice, like, this is, or something in the prologue or whatever, like a prologue to it.
Or it could have been
notice.
slightly adjusted to where the actual personal story point is outside of Lion's Arch, so that when you interact with it, you go through that gate and you start, and like the trailer plays for the old Lion's Arch, so you're like, Lion's Arch, and you go through and you get a little bit of like the pop-ups, and then you walk all the way up here, so you can actually get a sense of a part of it. And then you talk to whoever your race representative is, and then you carry on after that. And then it would be a little jarring then leaving the instance and seeing everything so different, but it's kind of like a hurdle that you have to do. But for the sake of story, it could have been like, the first Lion's Arch you see is this one, and not the newer one.
Such a good idea, because they have that whole map now. So if they just extended this bit where the first time that you officially enter the story, like you said, you come in, they could even just have an NPC there or something who says, like, welcome to the city of Lion's Arch, the pride of whatever, and then at the end has some kind of heavy-handed thing like, who knows what happens in the future to the city, or who knows what shape this city will continue to take one day, or something that, like,
they've got, like,
kind of give you a sense.
They could have a bunch of people over to the side saying, look at this wonderful future design. Oh no, this is awful. We will never do this. Thank God the city's not going to be destroyed for any good reason in the future.
Yeah, I think that would be a good way to give you a little bit more, because as it is, you just kind of teleport in and suddenly you're in this entirely different place. Yeah. You're like, what?
I think it's the amount of effort that would potentially take, that, like, the amount of time people were actually going to spend here, and I'm like, I guess.
But it also goes to like the legacy of this city. I mean, this is a very important city. It was a huge part of the novel Sea of Sorrows, and it's kind of a for story. I think this older version of Lion's Arch does have a lot of meat to it.
I'm gonna walk over because I realize that we haven't started and it's 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Like, I know the story's gonna go off soon. Someone's gonna talk at least. Oh no, they won't. Fine.
It's good to speak with you.
It's been so long since I've seen them together. Oh, this will work. It must. I'm not sure what you're doing, Cave, but I'm here if you need me. Whee. Here we go.
Welcome, fellow members of Destiny's Edge. We must speak of the threat of the Elder Dragons.
When I agreed to come, I didn't know you'd be inviting this char.
I could say the same for you, human. Finally crawling back for forgiveness, Logan.
I've done nothing that needs to be forgiven.
Logan, Ritlock, enough of your squabbling. Kaith, I doubt that we can unite again. Not after our last mistake.
The Norn's right. When heirs to Galkin makes mistakes, people die.
Is that what you think, Soja? That what happened was my fault?
Please, all of you, our time has come. We must help the Orders. We have fought the Elder Dragons before.
And lost, because someone couldn't keep up with us.
You have something to say it to my face.
I would if you weren't always running away. I should gut you and be done with it.
Gut me? With what? That human-made sword you looted from Ascalon? I've had enough. We're done here.
Running away again.
Ritlock, you're just making it worse.
Ha! Look who's talking! Logan's right, for once. I have more important things to do. I'm done with this.
And I refuse to waste my efforts on cowards and fools. Goodbye, Keith.
It's sad to see Logan and Ritlock argue. If only there was something to bond them together. Yes, I know it might help. Keith, I have to leave as well. I fear this meeting was a mistake, but maybe I can fix it.
We failed, then. Failed to bring Destiny's Edge back together. We cannot help the others. How can we help Tyria?
Ooh.
I wonder, is what Air's referencing there her trip to the dungeon that we did with Ascalonian Catacombs?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it might be, so maybe we did it out of order a little bit. But we did the thing!
Not technically.
Yeah, technically we got the
no.
letter
Yeah, that's true.
at that level 30, which is kind of interesting that they would put it there when the story beat doesn't actually take you there until 40.
Okay, so that's actually out of order. So good. I mean, you know.
Then the next story mission after this should have been the dungeon playthrough. And then you would have been like, it all makes sense.
I mean,
it's all coming together.
You linked it anyway, so it's fine. So go back and watch the entire episode that we did was it last week or the week before? I can't remember. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did see a suggestion in chat, which I think is interesting, which is maybe instead of getting the so when you do Living Season 1 and you do all the achievements, then you get that like key to like, you know, you can go in and see Old Lion's Arch. And somebody in chat suggested maybe new players could just get that here so that you could go visit Old Lion's Arch.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I have to agree with that, honestly, because while I get that they wanted to put that in as an incentive to old players because so many people wanted it to come back and they were so excited, and so like they wanted to put it in as something that you had to work for or repeat Living Season 1 for so that you could do it. I think that like while that will satisfy certain veteran players for many, many, many years to come, like that's a whole asset that you just have there that I think 98% of players are never going to do the full achievement for. I even jumped in to start doing that achievement, and it takes a good long hot second.
I can't be bothered. I've not done it yet.
It takes so long.
It's too much
but I
effort.
feel like if you got it after this instance, and then even if you just got it like in a mail, and the mail said, you've just experienced Old Lion's Arch, you know, a portion of the history of the city that due to events in the game has been changed. If you'd like to look at what the city used to look like, here's this key. Like that would do it, I think.
Or here is your mail. Go to Old Lion's Arch in the past and speak to Cave about blah, 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 or whatever. Not the past, but like, you know, go to Old Lion's Arch, and it's just, then it would just feel like a more linear thing every time.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't even, like just...
It's just a bit disjointed at the moment, but it is a personal story, so it's pretty low stakes, I would say.
Can I push back gently against that and say that player
Push back
retention
hard.
is... Bite down. So, no.
Wow.
Sorry.
You're not. No.
So I think that player retention is super important. I think a lot of people, obviously a larger portion of the MMO community play for a certain amount of the story. And I think the better, the more lubricated, the easier that goes, and the more cohesive it is, the better. And I think that part of that is this city, because part of the reason that I fell in love with this game is the city that we're stood in right now that we still can't access easily. So I would love it if the first, until you do the story and play through it, you're in Old Lion's Arch just by default, and you have to play the story, and then you can pick whichever version you prefer.
I actually remember saying that before.
Now that we have a key, I actually wouldn't mind that.
I think
I think you should just bring back Old Lion's Arch as like the default.
Yeah, I agree from a storytelling and story retention standpoint. I think the big thing that has always kept them from doing that is the fact that then you are dividing your player base between two instances of this. Now, do I think that old players wouldn't just hang out in Old Lion's Arch given the chance? No, I absolutely think they would. I think you would see people picking that, especially if it had all the amenities that other Lion's Arch does. But I think there's always that worry. And I've seen it work to extremely detrimental effect in World of Warcraft, where you have like 5 versions of the same city, a bunch of them are dead, and then it leads to this really weird feeling as a player where you're just like, this is a major city hub, there's nobody here, I guess nobody's playing the game. And I think that's always what's been making them really nervous about doing that. I think you could do a middle ground with like having something like, yes, where it tells you about this, or Jeb, I actually liked what you suggested. You get that key and then the story directs you to that as your point or something. But I agree that from a storytelling standpoint, Fornax, like, and I think it wouldn't even be that big of a deal, honestly. Like, I think from a storytelling standpoint, to have this instance just back it would make that impact when Lion's Arch gets destroyed so much bigger for players. It would make that such a more interesting story beat, and it would make things so much more coherent when players are going through this the first time and just feel like there's a lot of weird disjointed stuff that kind of adds up that they just don't understand.
It's like Destiny 2's story, really. But that's totally disjointed and no one knows what's going on in that game. So anyway, what?
Can I play devil's advocate again? Oh my god, this is my role this evening. I think if they cared about having players in a singular area with a population density, there wouldn't be the pavilion and the island, the Mistlock Sanctuary, and all the rest of the little places that people can dive to that I've got in my inventory that I pop to every time I want consistent lighting. You know, I don't buy that explanation. Sorry, I don't mean to.
No, I think it's a fair point.
Sorry.
No, please,
Sorry.
please. I love when it's like counter, because that's debate, right? No, I agree with you. I do think that's a huge consideration, and the fact that they, you know, I mean, much like any game, add different hubs in various portions. I think you're absolutely right in that, and I think that would be a good argument towards, hey, just do it. You know, I mean, right now, Lion's Arch, otherwise, a few things that it does have, I mean, it has the raid hub, it has the fractals hub, it has those kinds of locations that you have to go to. But honestly, I feel like, again, I feel like people would still hang out in either. I don't feel as though it would be some huge, awful divide. And if people wanted to go work on stuff, there'd still be a reason to go to New Lion's Arch, because you would go for the raids, for the fractals, for the seasonal events, like people are saying in chat. And Old Lion's Arch could just be a place where people could vibe if they had access to banks and other, amenities that they wanted to use.
I think it's the best of both worlds. I think whenever you give the players choice and opportunity, they'll appreciate it, and there'll be goodwill because of it. Look how much goodwill there is simply by the fact that it's an achievement, so we can actually go back and enjoy the city. You know, it's hugely welcome. So. Okay,
we do have to play.
Yes.
We really do. But yeah, all good stuff. Also, side note, did they change, like, why are your turrets so massive?
I put them on a pedestal where they belong, just like me, on a pedestal above everyone.
Okay, cool.
Great. It's great.
Are we going back to the weird compliments? Oh my god, your turrets are so large, baby. Goodness me.
Or have you just not taken the time to look at them in a while?
Okay, so Cave says they are frozen in that moment, that 1 second when we split apart. Why can't they move beyond it? I don't understand. Well, Cave, I'm a therapist. And let me tell you. Let's not go through that. A death leaves a wound, in the survivors. As the pale tree mourned when Rhiannoc, died. So too do they mourn. Yes, they do. They are wasting time. While the dragons grow stronger, I must find a way to make them see. We will. You are not alone, Cave. Oh, there was a little flash on the map. Not alone because you are here. Yes, I will hold on to that through the long nights ahead. Take care, my friend. You will hear from me soon. Are we waiting? No, I won't. What reward are we getting? Black Lion Key.
Damn.
Not the key to Lion's Arch.
Did you all get one?
Key, nevertheless. No.
Did no one get a reward?
Yours.
Oh, because it's
I'm not
mine.
on the story step.
Wait, what do you mean you got a lion key? Like you got a thing to teleport back to Old Lion's Arch?
No, I got a Black Lion chest key, which is much better.
I did as well, because I've been progressing the story with you.
This is what I told. Oh, this is true. Yeah, I forgot. Oh. Yeah, I was trying to get. That was the thing. Yeah, if you get if we're all at the same spot, we'll get the same rewards. I've got 2 now. Look at that.
And I will say, I actually think the conversation that we were having about Lion's Arch is super relevant in this moment, because this is something that is a huge involved part of these next story beats and getting into Living Season 1. So I'm glad we had the time to talk about that because
exactly, yeah.
I think it is a thing that still has for a very long time, you know, been a discussion within the community and is both praised and criticized for different facets, right? Because to have a whole city destroyed is an actual, for whatever you think of the design of the new city, right? It is an actual huge way to show like stakes, implications, and the results of actions within the world, as well as the actual effects of things like villains upon it. And I mean, people have praised that element a lot and found that really interesting and exciting. But there are also story discrepancies that now, looking back 10 years, and with recent much asked for, and gladly, I'm so glad they were delivered them, honestly, like re-implementations of Living Season 1 and stuff. This is, I think, a valuable discussion to have in regards to other ways they could keep refining this core game experience to make it a little bit more contemporarily in line with the 10 years picture that we have. So yeah, I think it was a valuable conversation to have, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. We are gonna go and meet we got a letter in the mail. Did anyone else get the letter? From Tybalt? From someone?
Yes.
Can you read it? Because I really, I don't mind reading sometimes, but I feel like your voice would be much more interesting if you would like to.
Well, ask the dyslexic woman to read something.
Hey, I'm there with you. You don't have to if you don't want to. I will do
no,
it.
it's fine. It's fine.
Sure?
It's fine. Hello, traveler. You don't know me, but I've been given to understand that you have an interest in apples. Shiny, juicy apples.
Okay. Whoa. Calm down.
You can hear that I'm an apple gourmet. I find that eating fresh apples does a lot for the hearing. This is the weirdest letter. Why an apple a day? And you can hear whispers a mile away. Oh, this is super subtle, guys. This is like peak spycraft. In any case, if you're looking to order a bushel of apples, there's an address. Sorry. Here's the address of my favorite fruit seller in Lion's Arch. He'll help you with everything you need. Sincerely, a friend. P.S. Destroy this letter. I don't know, eat it or something. Get creative. There you go.
Thank you, fellow dyslexic person.
You're quite welcome.
I appreciate you. I forgot about that just then, and I was like, oh god, I already feel bad about doing this. And then I just asked someone else to do it as well. Yay! It's always fun. It's easier when you do a video because you've got many takes. You should see the amount of takes even I do just to intro something sometimes. Because I do one-shots. I have to do one-shots all the time because I just record and don't have time to edit. Okay, we're going to go in the instance.
It has got better for me, I'll admit.
Yeah.
If you do have dyslexia and you're thinking about getting into content creation, you do improve with the practice. It's painful, but the pathways do eventually form a bit better, I promise.
I told them whenever I had to do commentating and anything, I said, you cannot give me hardly anything to read, ever. Like, I'll give me the thing in advance, I will word it in my own way, and I'll remember it. And then it was like, bang on every time. It was good, but I just can't read it.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm fine as long as I have as long as I can read it beforehand. I'm actually fine.
Awesome. Okay, let's go into the instance. Wait, we're missing someone. Someone's been knocked off or not here. Oh, Kroof is in different instances.
We're in different instances.
Yeah.
Kroof, join us.
No, y'all are in Lion's Arch.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 different instances of it.
Oh.
Did you not leave the old Lion's Arch?
No.
There's a little bit in favor of Fornax's point. If there's already multiple instances of new Lion's Arch.
No, I went to the Grove because my story set meet Keith at the Grove, and I was like, we're all on that story step, right? Never mind.
Yeah, let's go.
Everyone's homework is to catch up.
I was like, how are we talking to Tybalt already? Don't we have to go back to Keith?
Yay, here we go. Meeting my mentor. Mentor. How do you say it right now?
Mentor.
I think I do either. Mentor or mentor.
Come get a nice quiet apple.
The Americans.
They're so quiet, you might say they're...
It's always the Americans.
Too hot, so
Go
good, so
hit the spot right
perfect.
now a juicy red apple.
Any more voice lines? Give us some more, Tybalt.
Cute. I also I think part of why he's so loved is genuinely, I love whoever did his character design and his face model and stuff. He just looks like a good boy. He looks like a good boy. You want to squish his face. He's just so cute.
I'm gonna take a photo of him.
Who's there?
Stop looking at me. I can't do that with screenshot. Oh, turn round, Tybalt.
Sorry, he's just shy. You made him.
I know.
You made him shy.
Come get a nice, quiet apple. Psst, they're so quiet, you might say they're whispery.
Subtle.
You know what would hit the spot right now? A juicy red apple.
Amazing. Okay, we're gonna talk to him. Here we go.
Hey there. Can I interest you in an apple?
I'm looking for my contact, a member of the...
Apples for sale. Nothing but apples to see here, folks. What part of secret society wasn't explained to you? Keep your voice down, initiate, and pretend you're buying an apple.
Sorry. Give me that apple, the one over there.
My name's Tybalt, Lightbringer of the Order of You-Know-What. It's my job to train you to serve the Order. I'm supposed to figure out if you're trustworthy, and if you are, well, then you get to know more. A lot of people would love to know the secrets our Order collects about the dragons, sometimes for very bad reasons.
That makes sense. Put me up to any test, Tybalt. I'll prove myself.
First things first. We've got a mission assignment. Are you up for it, Initiate?
Aren't you going to tell me what it is?
Ah, not in Lion's Arch. There are ears everywhere. Meet me in Applenook Hamlet, and I'll brief you there.
So dapper, such a gentleman.
Oh, hello. New person. Speak with that person.
Before you follow Tybalt, speak with me, Initiate. My name is Riel, and I am the Order's primary spy in Lion's Arch. The Preceptor sent me to welcome you before you begin your first mission. You have a right to know the dangers you will face. Welcome, Initiate. Yes, we know who you are. We've been watching you. You join us even as the fate of nations hangs in the balance. Only the Order of Whispers stands between civilization and ruin. In every nation, the dragons are rising. They will devour the world. If they aren't stopped, they'll turn Tyria into a burnt-out husk, a broken shell. You may have chosen to join the Order of Whispers, but our trust is earned, not given. Now is the time to show your worth. It doesn't matter where the dragons came from, or why they awakened. The secrets we discover will help us send them back to hell. Welcome to the Order of Whispers.
Canonical mention of hell.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, you're right. That cutscene, all the little like Order joining cutscenes, I think, are so great to get you inspired to want to do it and be a part of that Order and what they're doing in the world. And it's also really fascinating. I love that for all that they established this draconic arc, right? Like here in these cutscenes, you get this whole thing like, we're the only thing standing up against the dragons. We have to murder them. And to subvert that over the course of the game and even make it so that eventually you're fighting alongside a dragon and like everything else, that's probably one of my favorite things in the overall story. But it has to start here with like everybody's conceptions of what's happening in the world. Like right now they're just a threat, and you really get that vibe from all of the little intros while also getting that distinctive feel of what these different organizations might be a part of. So I feel like that little cinematic is really effective.
Oh, I like him. I like him a lot. They just introduce. It's important to have them. Yeah, I think every single time I do this, I'm like, oh, I forgot there was actually a cinematic here.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
every single time, and I've done it countless times. Okay, right. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's make like a tree and get the hell out of here. Sorry.
What?
Back to the Future. What? Back to the Future?
Could got Split. I Split would maybe work.
No, not like.
Is that like an old people movie?
It is like an old. It is not like an old.
Because it's leave. Because the word is obviously leave, like leaf, but like he says the joke wrong.
He
That's why it's
does
funny.
because he's a bit of a dick. Yes.
Brooke, have you never seen Back to the Future?
I just forgot. I didn't realize
God,
what you were
I'm
trying
going to get
do.
sad.
I love Back to the Future, but I don't know. I missed it. And literally this past week.
Come on, Croof, you've got to go see Back to the Future. All of them.
Back to the
Very
Future
good.
movie name?
Especially now, like there's actually a movie coming out with what's his name? I was gonna say Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, his movie. He's got like a documentary. He's got Alzheimer's. Okay.
He's got Parkinson's actually.
Parkinson's, not Alzheimer's. Sorry, yes.
Yeah.
My bad. Sorry. No. I don't know why my brain. Okay, let's go. Just north.
Why is there a giant char here? I mean, sorry. Where are we going? I'm mesmerized.
Why is there just a big char here? Chars are awesome.
Daddy, I want to have a ride on this one. No, hang on. Right, so where am I?
Also,
in Guild Wars too. Okay, all right. Feel like we bonded. We've learned some things.
There was some that acting in the bit with Destiny's Edge as well. I really like that part. Ritlock is my favorite, but I've got to say, Felicia Day popping up again.
It's always so nice.
I miss her.
How snarky Zoja is, and just
agreed.
The writing that's kind of like mean, but not in a malicious, malevolent way, but just like, I don't got time for any of this BS.
Exactly.
Let's just get to it. I kind of miss that.
You can tell that it's tense, right? It's not like got this undertone of just jokiness in it. There's like this tense atmosphere sometimes as well in the original story. That's quite cool. Okay,
I'm kind of sad that we never got to experience that. I would love for them to use the viewing pool so that we could go back and experience that battle with Krog and Destiny's Edge. That would be so good.
That could be a strike. You never know.
Yes.
You could have that as
fractals.
There we go. Or fractal.
That would be so cool to implement. I mean, that would be yes.
I mean, I think the pool would be better than Okay, let's just go in because we need to do it. We need to actually play.
What do you have against jacuzzis, Jebro? Why
I
is
love
the pool
jacuzzis.
Wow.
Build a jacuzzi, okay?
Stealing secrets.
Greetings.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, Initiate. I wish we could have talked at that tavern in Lion's Arch. Free drinks. Plenty of pretty ladies will talk to a broken-down engineer.
Maybe next time. I'll even buy you a round of something you'll enjoy. Apple cider, right?
Ha! Good one. Anyway, here's the situation. This is Kryta. Most of Crichton politics center around a tug-of-war between the Ministry and the Queen. Minister Codicus wants to steal the throne from Queen Jenna. Codicus doesn't see the dragons as a threat. He just wants Kryta for his own.
That means we're on the Queen's side, right?
You're darn right. Queen Jenna's making a treaty with the Char. She supports Lion's Arch. The Order likes having her in power. Here's where it gets interesting. Minister Codicus's daughter, Demi, contacted the Order of Whispers. Apparently there's trouble at home. Demi Beetlestone is offering detailed information about her father's shady deals in exchange for asylum among the Order. Trouble is, the Order lost contact with Demi between Divinity's Reach and Applenook Hamlet. Our job is to track her down.
Makes sense to me. Let's snoop around and see what we can find.
Okie dokie. Oh, wow. We are questioning the locals to find Demi. Beetlestone.
And we will soon have an incredible duo.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of interesting where her story goes, though, isn't it? From here, if you don't play this, she doesn't have the same kind of gravitas as if you have played the Whispers storyline.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Because it ties so much into the dungeon, right? Codicus's manor. And if you haven't done this, there is kind of I mean, I guess it still makes sense. It's just like a general setting and a kind of thing, but like, I think there's a disconnect. Whereas if you did play through this, you're going, oh, I totally get who this guy is, what his deal is. We get to investigate this more, who these figures are, who Demi is, right? It's so interesting because it almost makes me wonder what would it have been like in this game if they had done something where, like, to unlock all the dungeons, like, you would get some from the main storyline that everybody has, but then you'd have to go and play through a Whispers playthrough to unlock Codicus's manor, because once you completed this, that would open up or something. And part of me loves and hates that idea. It's probably good they didn't do that,
too, maybe,
but at the same time, like, it would have been cool and an interesting thing.
People would, they stressed how, like, you didn't have to play, like, certain things to do things. I think at certain points in time they were just like levels unlocked, because I think they realized, like you said, I think that part of you that hates that is the part of you that, or is the part knowing that people just play MMOs to level as fast as they can and they don't give a crap about the story. They just want to play the content, right?
I was more thinking about when Balthazar was masquerading as a Masat. And Cordicus went off with his bloodstone madness, and actually the conclusion of that with their relationship, and you seeing her turning against him today, it sets all that up, and that's what, like 3 years in the future from this point, maybe more.
Yeah, I mean, for him being, it is interesting that they didn't put something like this with her as a figure into all of the playable storylines, because I mean, granted, they probably didn't know that they were going to pull Codicus out again down the road, use him in that particular way, I would assume at this point, but for him to be such a big figure and her to come back again, yeah, you would think that would have been something that would have been for all of the different orders. And with also the dungeon, which supplements a lot of this narrative, but maybe they just assumed that you would remember him from the dungeon, and so it didn't matter either way, kind of thing.
I would have loved to have had a Demi path in Codicus's manor.
Okay, I'm just going to read this. I didn't read it. I don't know why I didn't read it.
You said we ain't got time for that.
I was just like, oh my god.
Live away with people. Not bad. Squeeze them a little and these villagers leak information. So,
blood.
Demi was with friends here, but then disappeared. The Ministry Guard appeared right after she vanished.
It makes sense that her father, a powerful minister, sent the guard to bring her back. But they're still here, which means they haven't found Demi yet.
We also know the Ministry Guard commander was angry about a message from an unknown source.
The guard has answers we don't have. It's time to know what they know.
They're all at the tavern. If we can get them drinking and talking, they'll spill the apples. Let's go.
His apple puns too. He's just such a lovable, he's not even a himbo because he is actually smart, but he has that energy, you know?
He is smart. Yeah, he's an engineer. The smartest class in the room. Well, what?
Nothing to add. I just wanted to say well. Okay, no, because there's a well right here. I'm just saying I'm over at the well.
You're just saying what you're... Right.
I'm over at the well.
Yeah.
You didn't know that by my intonation?
You were like, well. You say, well? Well. I don't know. Oh, wow, this guy is wrecked. Hi there, are you a lion guard? Probably doesn't know what he is right now. Oh yeah, I sure am, and you're a ministry guard, am I right? Oh yes, I am. What brings you all the way out here? A rescue mission, very noble. We're here to ransom a beautiful girl from a bunch of oops, I'm not supposed to say. Come on now, we're both guards here, you can trust me. I'd like to, but I really don't want to get in trouble. Alright then, let me know if I can help out in any way. Still very professional. We do the real work. We serve ministers like, oh, but I can't talk about him. We serve Kryta for Kryta. they're actually like being quite secretive for humans.
They don't want to get fired.
They don't want to get fired. A good hike off. That's interesting. I can't remember ever hearing that before. What an annoying sod. Wow, that's really English.
Scrub.
Amazing. Yeah, you heard me. Annoying sod. Wow. See that guy? See that guy? He could easily have been shrunk down and been a dwarf. Okay, I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, everyone's rude in this bar. Oh, good lord. You're with the Ministry Guard, right? You seem like a proud, dedicated lot. So we are. We'll face down anything. Those pirates don't scare me. Pirates? What pirates? Oh, yeah. Pirates. Never mind. Just get out of here. Ooh. Pirates.
Tension! Stand up straight, Private. You, upstairs, double time. I mean now.
Sir, yes, sir.
Let's follow this bozo and listen in. We might learn something.
Or you might just find out that a couple of them just like to have a little off-duty fun, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah. Let's join in. I mean,
it has nothing to do with work. They took off their badges. They were off the clock.
I'm also eternally bitter that we never got the opportunity to like actually have a go to a bar with Tybalt and be his wingman sequence.
I love this picture, or this painting of a Silvari. It's so beautiful.
It is really beautiful. It also raises some questions. Why it's in a human tavern in a small hamlet village.
And she's like, ooh, me?
She is, isn't she? Yeah.
I'm photosynthesizing.
I'm glowing. I'm radiant. The sun is infusing me with its energy.
I have the art book with that in. It's absolutely beautiful in real. It's much bigger.
Okay. Oh, whoops! I didn't do anything.
Oh, I'm sorry. I clicked on it. That was my bad.
Horn helmet is wrong with you, guardsman.
I thought I
You're
was just
yammering
gonna open
away
the door
like a
too.
Me too. I was trying to just open the door.
We were just talking. No harm done. I never mentioned the commander's letter, or the pirates.
Straighten up and call me sir, or you'll find yourself transferred to the Blackhold Mines.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Please don't tell the commander, sir.
You're lucky the commander's retired to his room, soldier. You'd better do the same before I change my mind on that transfer.
Jackpot. These guys are no match for professionals. They fall all over themselves. Sounds like the commander has a letter in his room that we need to see. I'll make a distraction. You sneak in while he's busy.
All four of you sneak in while he's busy.
It's fun.
Yes.
Total stealth mission here.
Oh, wait.
Not at all obvious.
Wait.
You gotta distract first, yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. We do
Oh
dancing?
yeah, there's a few different options I think you can use to try and distract, which is kind of a fun little way to increase your options in this as a stealth kind of mission.
Yeah, unfortunately, I cannot help you with any of this. Even though I'm on the same part of the story, I have no ability to interact with stuff other than like kicking it in the face. So
interesting.
I'm not being lazy. I genuinely can't do anything.
Oh, okay. So they spook the herd. What are the other options? Is there any other? I don't know if there is any other
I don't know. I
options.
feel like I've always spooked the herd, but I thought there were other options. I don't know if this passed out guard down here does anything.
No, I don't think so. I think it's just the.
I thought there was like a fire option, but I might be thinking of the dynamic event in this.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I thought for sure there were multiple options here, but maybe there's not.
No.
Also, I just realized this tavern sells so many pies. And I'm like super into that. This is the kind of tavern. Where is this? We do. Okay, I shouldn't complain too much. In Chicago, we do actually have a lot of like devoted pie shops, but not like pie taverns.
You need to go to the north of England. That's where you need
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I thought you've been to England. You lived in England.
I have. I mean, here by me, I don't have any pie taverns.
Yeah. It's true.
Whereabouts did you live? Just being completely nosy.
Oh, while I was in England, I was in Marble Arch in London.
Balthazar,
That's like just off of Marble
hey, the
Arch.
bulls
No,
are
it's fine.
panicking.
I'm sorry.
It's like it's like old. It's like New Lions Arch is London.
Oh, wow, okay, great.
What?
All right. Okay. Wow. All right. Oh, it's good.
No, I'm only playing.
I opened the
used to
door.
live in
Till our
London
supplies
myself.
arrive, we'll commandeer what
Wait, Kroof's going ahead. Kroof, calm down.
I just opened the door. That's it.
By force, if necessary.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the guards are just doing
Commander
silly things.
London.
Commander London? Is that what he's called?
No, his name is Landon.
Oh. Damn it.
Landon all these jokes.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna be retiring from comedy tomorrow. Today is my last set.
Guys, it's up the back. There you go.
That's what.
It always
No,
Sorry.
no, we're not going there. No.
It's a writing desk. It's not a very good writing desk, is
Why
it?
is
It's just
it
got. It's
like
just
a
a
writing
desk.
desk?
It's a new one. No, there's nothing else on it. Search the desk. I wonder what there is on the desk that we should look for. There's a suspicious letter on the desk. It's a ransom note from the Jackdaw Pirates. Oh. They've captured Demi Beetlestone. We should show the letter to Tybalt.
Ah, here's the letter. Oh, interesting. 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 It's about... Whoa, what was that? I don't think they're friendly. Defend yourself.
Attack them!
It's a spark.
Spark, eh?
I'm fast as the wind. Glorious combination.
Sparky
of
Boom
skill.
Boom Man.
Good lord, that healing turret is ginormous.
That's what. No. Okay. No.
Big turrets.
Here we go. Greetings, Commander, blah blah, to me Beetlestone in our custody is ransom. Ransom? Ah, slag iron. And who
Could you
sent...
call me?
Ah, here. Cordially yours, Captain Jane of the Jackdaws. Demi's been kidnapped by pirates. Cool. I mean, interesting.
Cool.
That explains why Demi didn't make her meeting with the Order. Does the note say where she's been taken?
Of course not.
He has
But
very
the
similar
Jackdaws
energy
dock on the
to,
far shore of the lake to the north.
Oh, is his name
We
Po
should
from
check
Kung Fu Panda?
If we disguise ourselves, I bet we can slip right in. If they notice, we'll pass ourselves off as a couple of new hands. I'll scrounge up some jackdaw clothes and meet you there.
Hang on, that sounds dangerous. Don't we need to check in with someone before we go further? Does the Order know you're doing this?
We operate independently enough for this. The Master of Whispers relies on my discretion. If he trusts me, Initiate, so should you.
Yeah.
Fury rising!
Too cute.
Ooh, new chest piece. Let me see. Oh wow, that one's a lot more stats. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, those turrets are ginormous. I wonder if it's because they're in an old.
You really like to say how big my turrets are.
No, they just seem really ginormous, like
are.
compared to mine.
I know.
Turrets are just normal
I
size.
know.
This is a normal size turret, Jebro.
I don't know if they are, because I've got turrets on every character. They just seem
Is
really
that a turret in
ginormous.
your pocket, or are you just pleased to see me?
My turrets are just on another level.
Yeah, they were like cruise plan. Let's give them the big one.
My healing turret's gonna make you feel so refreshed.
Yeah.
Revitalized.
It's the only
even.
way I'll feel effective in combat.
Oh God, we're all going to hell.
Yeah.
You're already there.
Yeah.
I'm there
It's
already.
this podcast. That's where we're at. Yeah.
I got a new chest
Well,
piece. I had to change
Things
the dice.
could be worse. No, not really. This is the worst.
Not really. It is pretty bad. It's true. Rescue Demi Beetlestone from the Jackdaw Pirates. This is a really good part.
Not bad. It's good.
It's very good. Okay, let's mount up and roll out. Whoa. Sorry.
What's that laugh for?
I just got Optimus Prime in my head. That's why. It was fun. I like Optimus Prime. It's cool.
Okay, all right.
I haven't subscribed to that subscription, so.
What's the Transformers?
No. I have Amazon Prime, just not Optimus.
Oh my god. Almost good.
Yeah.
Almost good. I'll give you that. Continue.
Just
Thank you for
subscribe
giving me
to Boomer
something.
Game Prime, and then
okay.
we'll all be fine.
Wait, there's a hero point over here. Oh my god. I'm not sure how I feel about going past that. Okay, here we go. I am enjoying this story playthrough. So tell you what is worth mentioning as well very quickly right now. I noticed a lot of the rumblings about lack of kind of content right now. So if you're wondering why we're even doing this playthrough, one of the reasons is one, we never did our story kind of review of End of Dragons or anything else. And then I was like, well, we haven't done a story review of a lot. We did season 1, which we can skip. Or we don't have to, I guess, because but we did that pretty recently, so I feel like we can just play through that on our own or whatever. But I just thought, I do Heartthrones, might as well just do the whole thing because at the moment there's not really much going on.
This is true.
Yeah, there just isn't, and you know, I saw people talking about it on Twitter, and I'm just like. And I'm just okay with it because I'm busy doing lots of other stuff. But like, if you're
me too.
I don't really care.
If you are crumbling at the seams, I encourage you to get busy.
Play some other stuff. There's so many games out there. Yeah, play some other stuff. There's loads of content in Guild Wars 2 to do. It's just like
Jump into Final Fantasy 14. It's great. It's great.
Wow, we just said in the other games.
You can't just say that.
Play anything else. Play anything
views
you
and
want.
messages relayed on this stream do not exactly represent the thoughts and beliefs of mine own.
Yes.
Because you can play Sudoku by yourself.
I mean,
you could play tic-tac-toe.
It is one of those things where playing other games is important to keep in mind, right? You don't have to play any game all the time forever. And that doesn't mean that it's okay. Like, it's not okay to want to play a game all the time, or it's not okay to be like, hey, I just want to log in and whatever there is to do, I'll do it. Or it's also okay, I think, to, maybe feel like, well, I wish we had gotten something a little bit beefier or something more, right? But it's so funny to me, like, we always end up in patch content lull cycles in literally every MMO. It doesn't matter what the MMO is, there's always going to be a period of that at some point. And of course, I think a lot of the discussion has to do perhaps more with the fact that, especially since Iceberg Saga, pacing has been a little bit awkward. I mean, we've talked about it, right? And honestly, I think we've felt it the most when we've had something big on the horizon, like End of Dragons, which was phenomenal, or these other things right now, this shift as well into a new format for expansions, which I truly think is why right now in this interim, we have kind of a weird thing. Even though we still got a whole new map, we still got a new portion of story, a new meta, which again, is actually more than a lot of MMOs get as far as like mechanical feature kind of stuff. So it's always a game of trade-offs, right? I would just encourage everybody that if you're feeling right now like that patch lull is really getting to you, know you're not alone. Know that everybody hits that in every MMO. We've had the same in Final Fantasy 14 actually recently, which I've been talking about on my other podcast. But look for other things to do. Play other games. Find some new tasks you haven't done in game.
There's also a huge difference between like Guild Wars 2 and Final Fantasy 14. People pay a sub, everyone. We don't pay that for Guild Wars 2. Like, we don't pay for... You pay for the stuff. Like, the expansions. Oh, sure, that's going to change in the future. And is that a good reason not to update things on live service? It's like, well, it's free at the end of the day. Like, go and...
Develop coping mechanisms when there is a drought in your favorite game.
I'll start a new YouTube channel.
I mean, looking back, it was strange because it's like when I had so much more time in high school or college, it was like you had so much time to give, and you'd run into the content droughts so often. And looking back, I'm like, how did I not develop methods of going about it better to the point where I didn't feel so bad about a drought? Where it's like I just kept going with the game even though I had kind of already exhausted all of my options. And I realized like I ended up feeling worse about whatever I was playing because I felt like I was like forcing myself to have fun, where it's like, if you just have nothing else to do for that day, go do something else.
That's the thing though, Kroof. It talks about deeper issues with people and how like one thing becomes a little bit more of a a crutch than anything else, and like going into other new worlds and places is actually quite hard, and that's actually something that people find hard to do in their life. So like trying to do that in a video game, that's when you know there's a real problem, when their functioning is just so, you know, it is a problem for a lot of people, unfortunately. But like you say, you know, it's a good way, it is a way to cope, like trying something else, trying something different. So yeah, I would seriously, for your own mental health purposes, like if you find out you're getting jaded about a game, like go and play something else, do something else, because
and you know, even if you do like absolutely know you want to play a game and you've done everything that you've normally done, try something different within that game. Like if you realize that you haven't done crafting a whole lot, try crafting. If you realize you haven't done World versus World, try World versus World. Like sometimes I do that as well. If I knew that I really wanted to play Guild Wars 2, Freudian slip. If I really wanted to play Guild Wars 2 and I had already done a bunch of raids, I'd like, okay, let me go try Fractals or something, and that would
really want to play Guild Wars 2, but if you're gonna push me into it.
Yeah, I mean, it's so true though, and honestly, I tell people as well, if you feel like you've exhausted all the content possibilities, look at community possibilities. You know, role-playing is a thing, and it's endless user-generated content. Even if you're not looking for roleplay specifically, like there's a ton of events, community events. You could put together a training group. You could ask any of your guilds, hey, could I run something? And like start putting together groups that I can help other people that haven't done the content that I've done. I mean, there's a lot that you can, you know, engage with in MMOs. So I think it's just about finding the way that you want to engage with it and taking breaks when you need to, because that's also totally valid, and you should probably do that too. So
true.
Do all the things. Let's go and play some Guild Wars for ourselves. Yay.
This was your PSA.
It was.
PSA.
On PBS Kids. That was John Cena's theme song.
Yeah, I was gonna say what?
As you can tell, I do not frequent PBS Kids.
We're all pirates.
So
Who looks the best?
pirate, next boy.
Who looks the best as a pirate? Wait.
I'm just saying, my butt glow is on point. My lower back tramp stamp butt
Did y'all
glow.
see this big turret?
Oh yeah, the bug glow. That's true. I've got some bug glow going down.
Kroof, can I give you like a kind of weird compliment?
I don't know, can you? Can you talk?
You have the biggest turret I've ever seen.
This big turret kind of burns though.
Good
It's been spitting
lord.
a bit of fire.
It's a flame
You should get
turret.
some
Also
ointment for
blinds.
that,
isn't
yeah.
it?
I don't know. I just think it's hot.
This turret really keeps
Oh
them
my
locked down. And this
Keeps
turret
it
gets
locked.
everything wet.
Wow.
'Cause it's a water turret. That makes sense.
It's a healing turret, but it's a water
Oh my
field.
God.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wait, let me blast your water field.
Oh my
I have
God.
something really hard that I can put down that will
Oh
also
my
get everybody
good
really
lord.
wet. Are you ready?
Where's the water field gone?
Where did it go?
Put the water field
It's
up.
only for a moment.
No, you can press it again. Press the thing.
Oh, I'm on the wrong
Oh,
one.
yeah,
Here we
sure.
go. Here we go.
No,
there
it's
it
the
is.
initial one.
You should have picked it
There
up.
it is.
You can pick up your healing turrets. You can pick up your turrets, Groof.
I know I can, Jebro. I know I can.
Okay. Good. I'm
Put
fine.
your turret
I
back in your
understand.
pants.
Wow,
okay?
not you
Okay,
mansplaining. Wow.
Yeah. That's right, though. That's right. Hey, you're new to engineer, aren't you? I thought. Maybe.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, actually, funny enough, on my healing guide, I had to explain to people. People didn't understand that the cooldown is actually lower if you put the initial heal down on the healing turret. It's lower if you pick it up than if you explode it. So if you explode it, your heal is longer in cooldown than if you pick it up.
Oh, cool.
If you don't blast it. So in PvP specifically, that is very important. Big deal.
Yes, but if your turret explodes in real life, please seek medical attention.
Yes.
That's all we're saying.
Yes.
Yes, please, please, please.
Your turret stays up for longer than 4 hours.
You
Please go
took
to the
too many of
doctor.
those blue pills. Oh, we're going, are we? Wait, what? Why are you sighing? Why is the crying Herald sighing right there?
Oh my
like,
god.
what? Like, out of anyone to sigh there? Like, you definitely started this somewhere along the
I
line.
did definitely start.
Yeah, I'm
Actually,
sorry.
Jebro was the very first one.
Yeah, Jebro would not stop
comment-
Wait,
talking
that
about
turret thing
how
was back in the
big-
day. Like, but I was genuine. Like, I meant that. Like, I was like, wow, so big.
You meant that Kroof's turret was so huge.
Yeah.
I know, you just couldn't, you literally put like every time it popped up.
Yourself
It's
right
really
now?
it's just
Do you need a
enormous, though.
hog? No, they don't.
Not.
Are you
feel like
playing
it's
with a closer?
adorable.
Are you playing with a closer punched-in field of view? Like,
I don't know. Like, it
What's
just.
your
I'm in a
idea?
sewer normally, so normally they're bigger than me. But
And that's how he rolls.
I'll
Sorry.
wager my buddy here can drink you foul-smelling lot out of the table. Now, who's got the guts to challenge us?
A drinking competition? What are you doing?
Shh, just go with it. Trust me.
Who are you scoundrels? And what's your wager?
I'm two Tibbs a Whisker, and this is, blood-covered backstabbing Blackjack the Blade. Yeah. And our wager is 2 fistfuls of gold. Are you in?
Aye, I'm in. Jackdaws, belly up to the bar. Fill your mugs and lay your money down.
now, Jebro, you are British, so you should win this with such ease.
Yeah.
oh,
And meanwhile, Fornax isn't British, so Fornax won't probably be able to do this as well.
okay, I can't remember how to do this, but we'll be fine.
Come witness about to be remembered. The bold newcomer versus your favorite cheap date, one drink Drake.
I hate you guys.
A titanic match of fortitude and resilience. Let the drinking begin.
I need to take a screenshot. Can I take a screenshot?
Table, lover.
Okay.
Yeah?
All right,
we
so
can give you
take a
light.
swig, fake out your opponent. All right, I remember.
Here we go again.
I need
Yeah,
to see
I
his
love
HP.
that they let even your friends participate in this. I would love to see more stuff like this in future story beats in Guild Wars 2.
Wait, can you
Because-
actually participate in this?
Yes,
Don't
we can
heal the drunk, though.
We can
You gotta
cheer
aim it
you
for
on,
just Ebro.
and we
aim
can
it-
heal you by throwing water on you.
Aim it
Oh, that's
properly, because
cool.
it will also heal the other person.
I see. Yeah.
You go.
He's at 100%.
You just gotta keep going.
Oh, there you go.
Chug, chug, chug.
Chug.
Fair. I can't drink 2 drinks. I only have 4 hands.
And he have 4
And we
hands.
can apply Voln on him by like threatening him.
I'm gonna boast. Belch. Let loose the belch to damage your opponent. Oh, wow.
Let loose. I said let,
Let
loose.
I can drink water.
I genuinely wish that more MMOs would do something like this, where you have a story instance, but you can go in and play with people. You can, interact even if you're not the main person. You can.
Yeah,
I
for
just
sure.
think that like. We've seen a real shift, and for many, many valid reasons, to the idea of streamlining many things in MMOs as much as possible to orient around at least single-player experience for getting through narrative. But I love having a reason to go play story beats with friends. And I love that there's something that you can do here, and that like you can come in and you feel like I can actually really help you with this, or I can help you work on an achievement for this, or I love that.
Let's go. Drinky. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm gonna cheer for
Also,
myself.
if people don't know, this is actually a game you can play.
With
There's a
friends,
whole set of achievements around this stuff, and it starts in your home instance. So if you
It
don't
was a
know, this
big
is a real thing.
It was a big thing
Yeah.
back in the day, wasn't it? Like, they actually had this. This was a proper event for a while. As far as I remember.
It would be fun if they had a guild hall version of this. I really wish that they would implement this into the guild hall tavern. And then maybe you could have like a wall with like, who was the ultimate legend or whatever, like in your guild for winning this. It'd be so fun. You could have a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a ranking list or a
Yeah, like a leaderboard, yeah.
leaderboard.
Yeah. Some more. Oh, that's not a war field, is it? No.
When you heal, they heal.
Oh, okay, I won't do that then. Because otherwise it's gonna take 10 years. Is it Kipler the Tripler? Tippler. Sorry.
Tippler. I know that one. Like having a little tipple.
That's it.
Toss the refreshing bottle of glacier water. And now for today's sponsor of the stream, Glacier Water.
Glacier water.
If you or a loved one has ever felt dehydrated, alone, sad.
I feel like my water does not help you. I'm trying not to like get it on Kipler. Do you have any tips, Kroof, on how to best throw this? I've just been like angling it so far off that like just the edge of the green circle overlaps Jeb. Is that supposed to heal?
Yeah. Well, it gives them
barely does
regen,
anything.
so it'll heal over time.
Oh, okay. That's why I don't see like an instant.
Yeah, I've got regen, but it's not much.
I'd say probably like
magic.
Probably like heal over by Jack Claw, like this one, so it like just hits Jeb.
It's okay. I'm gonna belch soon. Oh wow, they're healed. No, stop it. Oh, they're full health again. How? What the hell?
He got regen applied to him.
They're healing a lot.
They're a serious competitor, Jebro. You got to bring your A game.
I'm trying.
I got poison. So it's fun.
Interestingly enough, when I try to boo the enemy to put Vuln down, it doesn't seem like that's actually registering as far as I can see.
Yeah, the boo doesn't
so.
work.
Yeah.
Are you using your fake outs, Jebro?
Not much. I'm just drinking. No, it's okay. I used the belch. I use it just now.
A fake out is a good idea.
You've nearly got him. You've nearly got him.
You're so close.
drinking
You're
is-
so close. Just drink. Just drink. Just drink.
Oh, whoops! I pressed the other one. Oh my god! I cheered. Hey, what am I to do?
Head goes down.
Woo.
There he is. Hold on.
There it goes.
I'm British. I'm patient. I can wait. You see, very patient. Oh, it's the jar.
Tippler has toppled.
The Tippler has toppled.
Isn't over. Welcome that hollow-legged hellion, Brenna Guzzlemaw.
Guzzlemaw. Love it.
This is for the win. No excuses and no prisoners. Drink up till you're falling down.
Keep your eyes on the booze and your head in the game, fool.
Fool?
Was that a song?
Pinful.
They're musical.
Oh, thank you, Outs, friend. Oh, there's people making interesting growling noises around me. Oh wow, they're a champion. Okay.
You might need to use a fake out.
Yeah, I'm gonna use more fake outs. Yeah, every time I get the cooldown going.
Not bad.
I'm kind of rooting for the Char. She's kind of awesome.
Hey.
Sorry.
You gotta
sorry.
continue the storyline.
Yeah, she's good. She's good though.
She is good. Oh, my belch went away. Go away. There they go. Oh.
Oh God, the sound effect.
Very good.
Yeah.
I used to have to do sound effects for school back in the day. I used to do sound stuff.
Just being able to drink. It was so nice.
You did
I
like
don't.
Foley and ADR.
I did, yeah. I did.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I used to have to make snapping noises and all that kind of stuff. I used to get buy steaks from the supermarket and just throw it on the floor. It was so fun.
Why'd you have to make so many slapping noises? Jebro.
Oh, slapping. I
Jebro.
think it's snapping.
No.
What?
There was a lot of
What
punching
films
in
were
this
you
film I
editing?
did.
You are spicy today, Jebro. You're unintentionally spicy
I didn't
today.
even say anything.
Throwing meat on the floor.
You just had to make so many slapping sound effects.
I'm British.
throwing meat
wow,
on the floor.
Wow, Rickery. Wow. Wait. Hold on. We talked about this last week. Your Christian Minecraft stream persona is not being sold right now.
You can't see that. This is with Christian Minecraft.
Oh, I'm knocked on the floor. Are you Christian Minecraft? Oh. Okay.
The only thing we can drink here is the blood of Christ.
Oh my god,
The
all
only
right.
way you can make up for it right now is to sell some state secrets quickly, and then you will be restored to the Christian fold. That's what you have to do.
There we go.
Okay, we won. We're done.
Unbelievable! The newcomer Blackjack is the last drinker standing. We got ourselves a new potentate of potables.
Surprise, surprise, eh, Gabriel? I mean, yar! Flotsam and jetsam. Now, how about that wager?
Fine. I'll go fetch your gold, you thieving sea whisker.
Okay, listen up. While you were guzzling away, I found Demi. She's under heavy guard on the other side of the water.
So there was a plan after all. Sloshed, I mean.
Of course there was. What did I tell you? You just have to trust me.
Make responsible choices, kids. Don't be like us.
Slosh
Yeah,
as
if
well.
you're gonna
That's very
drink
English.
cocktails first, then beer and wine. Good.
Make
tips.
sure you have bread and water on hand. Also, yeah, don't encourage people to do drugs and fight clubs. And also don't get drunk with a bunch of pirates. I mean, or maybe do, because, I mean, if you're a drinker, maybe do that, because that does sound like fun, but...
Also,
maybe
never
not.
eat anything bigger than your head. That's We're not giving out handy advice?
Oh, God.
No, I thought that was great. I thought that was handy advice. I'm going to take that to heart.
I love the music as well. The Tybalt
Thank you
music.
for commenting on the music.
The Trixie music.
This is another little moment where it would have been kind of cool to see, even with the rep... I'm sorry, am I cutting out or something?
No. It was Tybalt walking underwater that got me. Sorry, it was not you.
This is another moment where I think it would have been kind of cool to see them include, with the pirates gathered around the ship, an Aetherblade pirate. Just like somebody who was there, like, oh yeah, my crew's off, you know, wherever, but, you know, I'm here to compete or whatever. That would have been fun to sneak it in so that even before Living Season 1, you have like a little bit of an idea of Aetherblades as like a pirate faction.
Yeah, that would have been fun. Oh, I remember this now. It's Logan. Great.
It's white-haired Logan.
Old Logan.
Who did you say you were again, fella?
I'm Two Tims a Whisker. This is blood-covered backstabbing blackjack the blade. Yar! Raise the crow's foot and rope down the jibber.
You're kidding. Mates, we got trespassers. Shank 'em.
Shank 'em.
Shank 'em.
Shanks for the memories.
There's only one of you. Oh, wow. Wait, is it just him? Oh. Oh, no, here we go.
No,
yeah,
more
I was
of
just,
more of
hey,
Alec
friends,
come
let's
in.
all kill him. Oh, no friends.
Oh,
No.
jeez.
Yeah, the awkward moment where you're trying to gang up on someone, but you are your own gang.
One-man gang. It's like a one-man band.
I mean PvP.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
Let's team fight him. Oh, I'm alone.
Again, second time. Didn't learn.
Aren't you a
Anyway.
little sober to be a pirate?
Look, we're with the Order of Whispers. We've been sent to get you
Not so
out
sober
of
to be a
here.
pirate, it turns out to be.
We're here to abscond with you, and with the beer. The beer's already vanished into thin air, so now it's your turn.
Thank the goddess, Lissa. I was starting to think the Order had forgotten me. Do you have a plan to get out of this place alive?
Sort of. The idea starts with run for it, and generally goes downhill from there. Come on.
It's actually really good. I don't
know,
remember
I
that
love
being
the,
so
like,
good with the other voices.
Lovable, charming rogue element
Yeah.
of the Whispers plot. I think there's something about that that's just so good. I don't know if the other orders really give you the same like deep sense of your archetype. You know, like they definitely have things that do play into that, but I feel like it's just so fun with Whispers, and the quests and things like all play into that same kind of vibe, and I just don't feel like the other two orders quite as much really give you, you know, like
They're a bit more
what
serious.
it means to be like a magical archaeologist, and like you
Yeah.
go and you like fetch some things from some ruins, but it's not like you're drawing deductions and doing all these things, and that you have kind of like a mummy librarian character vibe, like the movie The Mummy, with the librarian, the female librarian character, where she's like,
Evie.
you know, studious. Evie, yes, she's studious, but also up for adventure. Like, you don't quite get that exact same feel, although I do think that, oh my gosh, why am I totally spacing on her name right now? Your mentor in that one.
Siren?
Siren. I do feel like she has a bit of the vibe of like Evie character equivalent, but I don't think that you get to roleplay that element quite as much. And then, of course, I think with, with the Last Order, with Vigil, fighting is just something that you do all the time in this game. So, but reinforcing what it means to be like a last defender or the last line, which I think is kind of the themes of Vigil initially with Almora and stuff like that. And, protecting the weak. Like, I think they could have leaned even more into that. But the Whispers quests they hit the spot. They're so fun.
Yeah, there we go.
It's actually quite a juxtaposition because the Order of Whispers is actually like a super serious, like deeply grounded in the lore organization that spans all the franchise. So it's pretty amazing that they've given it such a light-hearted feel, and I think that's completely down to the character of Tybalt.
Exactly. I think it makes it feel more like your particular little connection to the organization, right? As opposed to just kind of like a blanket generic thing. And that, everybody loves a good charming, roguish, by the seat of your pants kind. You know what I mean? I think everybody likes that kind of vibe. Charming, roguish, by the seat of your pants sort of character archetype. Flying by the seat of your pants, where you're kind of, making it up as you go and adapting to situations as they arise. And
okay, I get you. Awesome. Well, this is interesting because we're in Lion's Arch and we're finding the way to the Order of Whispers place in the new Order of Lion's Arch. So I'm like, ooh, okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Interesting. I guess that's okay there. Talk to this personage. Do you know where I can buy some apples? For a char, that Tybalt really seems to have a thing for fruit, doesn't he? Anyway, go on in. They're waiting for you downstairs. Cheers, mate. Okay, where's the stairs? They don't exist. Okay. A lie. The stairs are a lie. And then does it take you to the old Lion's Arch?
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Wait, no? Oh wait, someone said no.
That was me. Oh fudge.
Oh no! So I will not be progressing my story.
We can exit. Yeah.
Sorry. I thought I'd accidentally triggered it, and I thought, oh shit. Sorry.
Wait, how do we exit anyway?
You
Lower
just
right.
do the little leave instance thing. Yeah.
Wait, where? Oh, I can't do
Above
it
the map.
I'm the person in there, so I can't do it.
Oh, then just go.
Can you run out of bounds?
Or go to
no,
World
because
vs.
it
World
just
and come
bumps
back.
you back into the doesn't
Oh
it?
yeah, World vs.
Wait.
World and come back.
Oh, I'll just log out.
Or log out.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that works
There's
too.
a plethora of ways.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, there's so many things.
I've just interrupted the stream completely. Sorry. This is my bad.
You never do that anyway, so it's fine.
You get one pass.
You get one pass, yeah. Pass, sorry. Griff has had 17.
Pass.
Pause.
I said it in American. I gotta go back.
That's what we're doing.
Mars bar and car park.
Yeah.
They don't say Mars bar though.
Mars bar.
Mars bar.
Mars bar.
Bar.
I'm a Cumbrian, so I grew up with quite a strong accent, and I went to a private school, and they made you say that kind of thing.
Press
They didn't
accept.
the cougs,
Accept
so.
everyone. Who is Melantha?
Oh, sorry, that's me.
Honestly, the training.
Sorry.
Okay, we're all here this time. Good. We're going into the base. Oh, there's a wave. Cutscene.
Tybalt, thank the Lady of the Mirror. I thought something terrible had happened. Your first field mission, and you go out of contact.
Hang on. First mission? I thought I was the newcomer.
Well, yeah, I might have overstated that.
It's so
I've
cute.
been in the Order for years, but this is my first time in the field.
Initiate. My name is Lady Wee. I'm the Order's agent within the Crichton Ministry. This rough-looking gentleman is Ben Tenstrikes, my protector.
I was supposed to get Demi safely out of Divinity's reach, but I got sacked by Ministry guards.
Ben looks
You're
like such a
lucky to
Chad.
be alive, Ben.
Can't
Arcus
lie.
wields great power in Kryta, and he's none too pleased about his daughter's desertion.
How did Landon find me? There's no way the Ministry Guard could have tracked me this far from Divinity's reach.
Your father probably purchased a tracking enchantment. Do you have anything you never remove? Something he knew you'd keep with you.
My mother's necklace. He's using it to follow me? My father is a cold-hearted snake.
This safe house will block such divining. But when you leave here, you will be found. Lion's Arch is no longer safe for you. Tybalt, Initiate, you must take Demi to the Chantry of Secrets right away. She'll be safe there.
Your father's treachery could be useful to us, Demi. If Commander Landon is following the enchantment, we can use it to lead him awry.
Clever. Now let's work out the details so we can get Demi out of here safe and sound.
Take your time, Initiate. Confer with Tybalt and notify me when you decide.
Poor Demi. Her father has done some terrible things.
Agreed. But at the risk of being callous, that's precisely why her information is so valuable.
Okay.
When are we getting Lady Wee's dress? That's what I want to know. That is an amazing bit of kit.
It's really good.
I actually thought about that just now. I was like, what's going on? Like, it's actually nice. You'll have an interesting fashion effect on me. Okay.
I am not surprised he got the
She has the most perfect breasts I've ever seen as well. I don't know. Sorry. Anyway.
It's power of video games.
It is. Those pixels.
You okay? Would you like to talk to Demi?
Well, later when Lady Wee's doing her podcast, she's going to be like, yeah, the most awkward compliment I got, for sure. This, the Crichton Herald? I mean, I'm flattered, but like also it was kind of strange just out of the blue, so.
Need to show that I'm demisexual, so it's just purely aesthetics. Anyway, carry on.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carry on.
Thanks for saving me from those pirates. They were horrible brutes, I guess. I guess I've been a little sheltered. Yeah, true. We have three different options. The ferocity, charisma, and dignity. And it increases, if you remember. Ooh. We've talked about that before. That all just disappeared. Ferocity. If those pirates had touched you, they wouldn't have survived. I swear it. Charisma. Be at peace, my lady. Tybalt and I, our capable agents, will ensure your safety. And then dignity was the Order of Whispers has arranged a safe house for you. We'll take you there right away. Which one should we do? It doesn't matter, does it?
It gives you. Do you know where they were going with this, by the way, Jebro? Sorry.
Well, they gave you points, didn't they, in the beginning? That got removed. I don't think it mattered. I don't think it did anything.
Yeah, it was supposed to change the way you interacted with certain characters, and
it never
had a whole role play adjacent system.
Never went anywhere.
But like a personality kind of.
Yeah, like Star Wars, it would be like good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
But they never really. Yeah, I think because Star Wars: The Old Republic came out just before, and I think maybe they were dabbling with it or something, or probably way before that, because it did feel like tacked in, I guess, and just not really worked through, which is a big issue.
I would say I love the idea that if they had kept that system up, and if there had been some kind of, running behind the scenes meter of how much, your character was charming or, ferocious or whatever, I would have loved if they had kept that up, and then even just like culminating moments or major cutscene moments, if you had been able to, if there'd been a slight variation of voice line or something. I mean, I know that's more work. They already fully voice the character, which is more than a lot of MMOs do. But I think that would have been such a unique system and built a bit on that like RP and like making those choices so that, in that big moment, your character, if they're, the ferocity kind of person, they their speech in a big climactic moment or something is like we have to go in and crush them, like we are the absolute wall that defends whatever. And then if you'd been more charming, or if you'd been more heartfelt, or you would have had something kind of like that, or little variations in certain interactions. I think it would have been so cool to see. I wouldn't even mind if they did it like moving forward in this smaller expansion format and brought it back at some point, because I like those little roleplay options.
Yeah, it was like a big thing, because it was like there wasn't many other games. I think I just played Star Wars: Old Republic was a stepping stone for many people between their MMO and Guild Wars 2. If they were playing with our guild and community, it was anyway years ago. And so there was that option, and where you can be like totally dark side, light side, or just be in the middle, and then you could have the makeup as well. And your face would change and everything else. Like, and there were some pretty dark options in there at times where you're just like, wow, okay, I can actually just kill people all the time, and just be a complete arse. So I actually really enjoyed that. Although I would say this, a lot of this stuff is kind of a little outdated, a little bit risky in terms, but not in a good way. Okay.
I do see Obi mentioning in chat that there was a meter in the game previously, in like the original, that would show that.
Way back in the day.
The very old hero panel.
That was a long time ago.
I mean, even if you just had something kind of like an ESO where, like, if you complete various things in the world of various quests, sometimes as you run past NPCs, they'll have like a little reaction to you or be like, you're the hero of such and such. Like, even if that meter had made it so that in certain interactions, like an NPC would be like, oh, you have a really fearsome reputation, or you'd have like random ambient dialogue where somebody would say like, oh, don't approach him, he's too busy, or, you know, like, I've heard that he's so fun to talk to, or that they're so fun to talk to, like, you know, or whatever it is. I don't know. That
they're so hot right now.
That'd be fun. They'd have to add in a dirty, nasty boy option.
Wow. A dirty, nasty boy option.
Jebro, you
I was the charismatic one. That was like, well,
you said the words. They're so hard right now.
No,
it did sound like hard, but you did say hot. It sounded like hard.
Mercury is on one today. You are on one today.
You just it did sound like hard, but contextually, I corrected myself to hot because I am participating in this Christian Minecraft server, and I'm a good boy.
All I'm saying is, I'm the responsible one here. And
Could
that's
you imagine,
saying
like,
a lot.
running by someone and going, oh my god, they're so hard right now. Oh my god.
My god.
My god.
I can't imagine, but I don't want to imagine this situation.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Say that.
Why do I do this podcast still? I don't even know. Thank God I got a week off next week. I need to recover. Give me like, the algorithm's gonna like me with a couple of weeks break. It's gonna be like, oh, your show isn't like kind of maybe 18 rated. You lied, Jebro. Yes, I know. Okay. What am I doing? Oh yeah, talking to Tybalt. That's true. Those pirates were interesting. They're also really hard. But tricking those ministry guards sounds like it could be fun too. So what's the plan? Either Lady Wee... That name... puts a spell on the necklace.
And we try to sneak Demi out. Or Ben 10 Strikes watches over the real Demi while we escort a fake through the city as bait.
Ben 10 Strikes? Do you ever watch Ben 10?
Yes. Oh my god.
I say we take the I had to watch it with my nephew. Obsessed with Ben 10.
So good. It's so good. I used to have the watches and the dials, and I watch. So good.
I say we take the damper spell and sneak her out, or let's use a decoy and lay a false trail. Which one's more fun? Someone's saying decoy in chat. The decoy?
We'll get to see
I'm down
more
for
of the
decoy.
You're down for decoy?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh wait. Oh no.
Wait, see more of the city with what?
Everybody's saying decoy.
I think so, yeah.
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 Okay.
Let's go with the blonde.
Where we'll get a decoy, but I'm sure Lady Wee can help us think of something.
I love that, like, doing a really deep voice.
Yeah.
You want some apples?
Oh wow, that was good.
Wow.
Hi guys.
So yeah, Lady Wee, let's go. It's not you, sorry.
We've decided to leave a false trail and trick the Ministry Guard into an ambush. Once they're out of the way, it'll be easier to get Demi to safety. Tybalt and I will lay an ambush while Ben gets Demi out of the city. After we've handled Landon, we'll meet up with you again.
If you're determined to do this, at least let me make the ruse a good one. With a little magical assistance, Tybalt will make an excellent Demi Beetlestone.
Wait. Making a char like me look like her? I hope you have some mighty strong magic up your sleeve.
Don't worry. You'll make a beautiful decoy, Tybalt.
You're putting your life in danger for my safety. I won't forget this. Thank you. Thank you all.
Amazing.
Tybalt's
I
about
forgot.
to serve.
I forgot about that. I do remember this pretty well.
Tybalt's about to feel.
Oh, I can get a short bow with healing power. Cool. Great for a thief.
Onward.
Well,
Great
it would be for
perspective.
later, yeah. That's true, actually. Oh, we get your first rare helmet as well. Precision and condition damage. What? Let me go for the boon.
Look at
Anyway.
this. So pretty.
Excellent. Let's go. The world's about to be the British Shire and Old Lion's Arch. That's true. Also, leave some feedback as well in the YouTube comments or wherever you possibly can if you're enjoying the story stuff. So I know some people left some comments and said they were enjoying it. I know and appreciate the comments of kind of like, yeah, how much you are enjoying it and whatnot, and the similar mistakes that you make as well in the story, and the tips. Don't go too close to any of the NPCs before you're ready, because otherwise they'll start talking. Yes, I've learned that many times again in this, because that's just kind of annoying. They still have never learned that lesson up until like now, because I think in Ender Dragons I miss a load of dialogue, because you're just like, the story starts and then someone else is chatting in the background and you're like, oh, that was really important. Cool.
Yep. And I'll also say for anybody watching or listening after the fact, I mean, don't worry if this isn't your cup of tea. That's also totally fine. I get that there's we all get that there's a division between, you know, pure podcasting and something like this sort of hybrid format that we're doing, or playing together and also sort of podcasting in the moment as we go through and bring these things up. So, I mean, regular podcasts will be back, but
Absolutely.
I do genuinely think it's interesting to get to play through it like this and then truly think back on these 10 years of story in the moment, like we have mentioned, because it's one thing to just sit around and be like, oh yeah, don't you kind of remember that, like this one thing and like back then, but it's another thing to actually go through it and be like, no, here's the actual thing in front of us right now. We can talk about it and we can exactly address it, and it's not like we're pulling stuff out of our butt that we haven't done for however many months or whatever we last made
to it as well and pull it up in like a VOD and like just be like, oh yeah, remember this thing we did, and then be like, oh yeah, we've got it recorded, which is pretty cool. That's why I like it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and if any news comes up, we will dip out of the story for a bit of time, and if anything new pops up, we'll play through that content as well while we're doing it, because we're still gonna have it all. We're playing mostly through the expansions. We probably won't do the later story that we've kind of would have already covered. Anyway, we'll go into the instance and see what's going on.
And on that note, let's take a break for another sponsor. Have you ever wanted to be a different person, feel a different way, feel like you're serving? Mesmer Magic might just be for you. Call 1-800 Magic and I will come to your house personally and dress you up.
As Lady Demi.
May cause headaches, vomiting, nausea, loss of sensation of smell, taste, vision, possibility of death.
I'm a human girl. Whoa, I've got 2 hands and some lovely...
I'm a human girl.
It's got some lovely apple.
Keep your mind on the job, Tybalt. Go roam the city, and we'll see if the Ministry
I
Guards
think it's
take
a
the
real
bait.
boon to Tybalt that he can say
Right. The order
he can say things like that, and I don't find him wildly obnoxious
We'll head there
and creepy. Yeah.
Are you okay? Ministry Guards aren't like those drunken pirates. If they can't capture Demi, they'll kill her to stop her from talking. And that means...
It's so funny.
They'll kill me. Yeah, I know. But I didn't join the Order of Whispers to sit behind a desk. I joined it to fight dragons. If we're going to do that, we'll need Kryta and Queen Jenna. Isn't that funny? Me, a Char, risking my life for the security of the human throne.
The world's a funny place, Lightbringer. As long as we keep laughing, I guess we're not dead.
The Order gave me a mission, and I'm not turning back now. I can do this. Trust me.
I love that line. As long as we're not laughing, as long as we're still laughing, we're not dead. I actually really like that. I really like that.
I feel like that's a perfect encapsulation of his character, right?
Yeah.
And it gives you, again, like something else really tangible to grab onto with his themes, with what your unique journey as, you know, like compatriots is. I love it. I love it.
And it is the lighter side, like, so talking about being a Lightbringer, like, you know, it is the lighter story, honestly. Like, it is, they're all just all these little kind of, I don't know. He does do that. It's just fun. It's great. Okay, there's people who are bad. We must kill them. We haven't done a lot of fighting in this, have we? I guess.
No, not at all. It's been very narrative centric.
Yeah, but it's been good, thankfully. Like, I mean, normally it is, but there isn't too much text. That's what I'm liking. Everyone in the stream is like, oh wow, Jebro doesn't like reading, surprise.
Wow.
I'm like, no, it just takes me a long time. Oh.
I get jumped, but still casual.
Great Christ. No mercy.
You're an engineer, help us. Help us now.
I got a turret up.
I'm trying my best.
You got a turret
How
up?
big are Tybalt's turrets?
I think it's mine.
Did they get bigger? I can't remember. I don't think so. Maybe a little bit.
Well, I got bigger when you. Not gonna finish that sentence.
Probably a good idea.
HR don't want to get reported.
Yeah, my HR department is the mods,
Have
and I
to
don't
talk
know if
to
they're
the
here
manager.
right now.
You know, I'm socially anxious.
It's alright.
It's funny you keep doing ad reads. I did my first ever ad read on my video.
Oh my god!
That's awesome.
That's huge. That's awesome. Congrats on the sponsor video ad read.
Oh, good stuff.
And on that note, let us introduce our next sponsored ad read.
If you do want to have one.
Have you ever wanted to eat food, but it's sent to you? Try Hello Moderately Fresh, the food service provision where we will give you food, and it might be fresh.
Oh, actually, technically, these are sponsored. There is an ad on them, but like somewhere.
He's got some lovely dialogue, by the way. He's clipping along down here if you want.
I like the opposite of HelloFresh, which is goodbye old.
I've got it's going on, but we're just talking right now, so it's kind of getting missed, but that's okay.
Wait, where's Tybalt?
I don't know actually.
He's with me.
Oh no,
He's
Tybalt's
with
here.
me.
Yeah. I'm with Tybalt as well.
Oh, okay.
We're fighting. I'm using my blast for the water field. I like the
Goodbye,
rifle.
all.
Oh, one more. Thankfully, we have spirits.
Fury rising.
We do. And you know my tablet too, or whatever.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
I
sorry,
guess
your
you know,
tablet
it's
as
fine,
well, yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
No,
sorry.
I mean, no, it's fine, whatever.
You're up, Lady Beetlestone. Your father's invested a great deal of money in your return.
Plenty of people to murder, don't worry.
Murder, death, kill. Sorry.
Murder, death, kill.
Yeah, there was a game called MDK back in the day, and also Murder, Death, Kills and Demolition Man.
It is.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a thing where they would,
thought
the
it was
police
just
would get an
quirky.
order for Murder, Death, Kills. It's a very good movie. Wesley Snipes and
Is it? Is
Sylvester
it?
Stallone.
Have you watched it lately?
Oh no.
Oh, is it really bad? Like in other ways? Oh dear, I might need to watch that.
I'm always like
no.
terrified of old movies that I've loved in the past and how awful they are now.
Oh god. No, I mean as long as it doesn't have any like bad themes in it, like people are just awful to it, like, you know. Yeah, the likelihood of that being a thing in the 80s and 90s is like, it's like Friends at the moment as well. Like Jennifer Aniston is like shocked that people find it, you know, not sensitive to where we are in the world now. I'm like, dude, this is the 90s. It's just an all-white cast, all-white cisgender cast. What do you expect?
There's also just like so much weird stuff with like the male characters and having romance with the female characters that is like super uncomfortable. The perceptions of like
Absolutely.
what was healthy or not healthy at that point. Like,
It's like Big Bang Theory. It's just really awkward.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Well, hello
Here we
there,
go.
lovely. Are you here to board my barge?
See, now that's
I
creepy.
bought up ministry guards for this.
See, now that's
Come
unfortunate.
aboard, miss. Right this way.
It's a pleasure to have such a pretty young thing gracing the Harpy's smile.
Thanks.
What a bold sailor you are. I'm all a swoon. You really should be shot for making a girl blush so badly. I mean it, buddy. Shot. Oh, well, toodle-doo, everyone. I'll meet you at Stormbluff Isle if I don't die of embarrassment first.
Don't worry, buddy. You did great. We're almost in the clear.
I can get a peridot lump, a amethyst lump, or a carnelian lump. I'm gonna go for the peridot lump.
Do whatever your heart tells you.
Peridot sounds really good. Sounds very English.
Do you mean peridot?
Yeah, that's literally what it means. That's literally how you say it.
Sorry.
I won't lie, I have always said it peridot.
It's peridot, yeah, probably.
Really?
I've always said period.
I guess so.
Period?
Oh, that's just completely different spelling. Okay, south. Oh, I've not been south yet, so I'm gonna have to run down there.
Everything's bigger in Texas, including these turrets. Come on down to Shack Outlook, which is the off-brand of Home Depot.
Home Depot?
You ever been to Home Depot?
Yeah. No, not many times though. Been to Fred Meyer though.
Home Depot smells like wood. My favorite section of Home Depot is the lighting section.
That's a good section, actually.
That's the best I've ever been.
You are on one today, my friend. Are you okay?
Really good.
Not yet. Hey, buttons.
Buttons. That was a quick buttons. You're a good drummer.
I know. Percussion, my favorite instrument. The instrument percussion.
What?
Okay.
My brother would be sad right now.
Instruments are a real thing, so.
Drums are. Percussion is like yeah.
A section, a subsect of.
That's right. Okay. Sorry, I'm running. Or surfing on my thing. Which looks very cool, by the way. I don't even know what this is.
A skimmer.
Yeah,
the
but
Ocean Glaucus. It's the Ocean Glaucus.
That's your skimmer mount.
The Ocean what?
I was like...
Ocean Glaucus, I think.
Well, that's the actual name of them?
Yeah, that's the name of the... It's based on a Japanese...
Oh, yeah, of course. Okay.
Yeah, mollusky type thing, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was worried.
What was that?
That was me
What's
drowning.
happening there?
It is cute, yeah. Sea slug. There you go, Rylar. We are some resident scientists here. PhD. Teacher of the many scientists of the bees. Scientists of the bees. That's your title now. Okay. We are... Oh, this is their actual base, isn't it? I think we're coming to the end of this bit. They eat jellyfish? Interesting. Oh, I'm going to wait until you're all on the mappage.
Has anyone been to Bed Bath & Beyond?
Yeah.
Like in our lifetime?
Okay. Well, Fornax might not. Although I've actually been to it. I have.
No, I haven't. I have actually not been to the US. No, the United States. I haven't.
Not ever?
No. What? My husband has many times, but I haven't.
There are many Americans who have not been to anywhere.
I know, but I guess it's surprising
Got
to
beef,
me because
Jebro?
I feel like I don't know. I guess I just thought you would have maybe even come for like a Guild Wars 2 event or something, or I don't know.
No.
I never met Crow and Hera back when we had those in England. Although maybe you weren't there. Were you?
I didn't start really making content until after Heart of Thorns.
Right, yeah. So that was well after, and they didn't do any more. And after that, they did do one or two at there was the Heart of Thorns. They did the World v World thingy at the Docklands in London, which was that, and then they did one event at EGX, which I did with Josh, which is really weird that he's director now. Me and Grouch we were talking about PvP for hours. It was fun on stream. That was a long time ago.
That's cool.
That was in Earl's Court. Which is random. Not there anymore though. AGX is in Birmingham now. Well, I don't think they call it AGX anymore. Anyway.
Okay.
My question about Bed Bath & Beyond. So why do they sell bed products, bath products, and Beyond meat products? Like, that seems like a weird combo.
Wait, do they have meat products?
Beyond.
They don't actually sell meat products, though, they do?
I mean, I don't know. They might, and they're like, they've got a weird miscellaneous section that has a lot of like as seen on TV things. So like maybe.
Oh, okay. What, like, knee extenders or something? I don't know.
What?
I was just to say
yeah,
it was
like knee extenders, Jebro.
I like how I said that, and then it comes up with a warning on my screen. The game client is unable to gain access to the login server. That's exactly how I feel right now. Knee extenders now. Long socks.
Landon's still following us. Are you sure you want to do this to me?
Absolutely. Never been more sure of anything in my life.
Where would a knee extender hook up to?
Your knee.
Commander Landon won't give up, really.
I'm a bit of your knee.
I mean, to be fair, that seems pretty obvious, crew.
The Order of Whispers can protect me.
Oh,
but only
right,
if they lock me up like a prisoner. I'm tired of being someone else's pawn. I can't live like that. It's time to stop running.
The Order is willing to relocate you. We can give you a new life.
Do you really think there's anywhere in Tyria that my father can't reach? He even has spies in the Black Citadel. Anyway, what good would a new life be while the dragons destroy Tyria? I can't just sit idle while the world burns.
So what are you going to do, Demi?
I know I could go into the Chantry and vanish anyway. Or the Order could bring 100 agents out here to kill Landon and his men. Neither of those things will set me free. I have to stand up to Landon myself. I have to show my father that he can't manipulate me.
I think you're right, Demi. It's time for you to make a stand. Tybalt and I will help you.
Jebro would be... See? Jebro would be familiar with knee extenders as an Asura main. It's true. I do have some shoes and boots that make me stand up a little bit taller than I made my character in the original instance.
So you just out here like paint me like one of your French girls.
Literally, I'm like, why'd you go lay on the beach? We're about to fight.
Just laying in wait. I've made my choice. I'm going to join the Order of Whispers. I can't see idly by anymore. No, but you'll lay idly by. I don't know what having a father would be like, but I am. Oh, wow. Okay. Silvari specific text.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, I've never seen that, obviously. I don't know what having a father would be like, but I empathize.
Wouldn't it be sympathize?
No, I empathize.
Isn't sympathy where you're like, oh, I can get it, but empathize is like
you feel sorry for
you yourself experienced it and can place yourself in their shoes.
Empathy, you don't have to have experienced it.
I thought sympathy you didn't have to experience it.
No, sympathy is feeling sorry for, empathy is feeling sorry with. It's like, it's a with rather than the for. I've got a literal, I can send you an essay about the difference between sympathy and empathy if you would like. I did one, actually. It was very interesting.
I mean,
thing.
I think there definitely has been a discussion, at least that I've seen online, surrounding the use of terms in regards to like, perhaps more colloquially, like outside of a deeper mental health aspect, where people have talked about like empathizing to some degree, either requiring that you yourself have like a high ability to exercise empathy, like you have learned how to really like hear, listen to, feel, respond to kind of thing. But then also there's been a lot of talk about people like using that even if they themselves have no basis of understanding whatsoever and like no connection to what's happening and, don't necessarily feel in that same way. Or the same thing being like, particularly in the LGBT community, I think I've heard it used with discussion around like, if you haven't experienced something at all within the realm of what I'm experiencing, like I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this. Like you'll hear people talking the transitions or something, and somebody will be like, I bought a new pair of pants once, so I totally empathize because that was really transformative for me. And you're like,
oh yeah,
no,
that's not that's just dumbassery. That's just misunderstanding completely.
Yeah.
Like that's people feeling inadequate about not knowing how to relate. That's just a lack of relating to people.
But there has been an interesting discussion around the use of those terms and what it means to truly say to somebody, I empathize with you, versus what it means to say, like, hey, I don't have a basis for understanding, so I sympathize with you, and I can tell that it's upsetting to you, and so, I feel sympathy for that. Which is
normally
interesting
empathy is not said as well. Empathy, you normally don't say it as well. You normally say it through. You can also show empathy through voice like level, as well as also body language and things like that, so you can go or they can do all these different things which you can relate and kind of understand what they're going through to a degree, but like you don't have to have been through it to show it. But there's like certain experiences, like if pregnancy, for example, and as a man, like I can empathize to a degree, but I will always say, like, I can't ever have had that exact same experience. So like, but I know what it feels like to feel X, for example, which could be similar to something. I'm not saying that a man has any similar feelings to pregnancy at all, just FYI. It's just a bit of an extreme example.
I like the idea of like Demi like over here and we're like, oh. Like there's no words. It's just like, oh.
Oh, like I empathize with you, so I'm not using any
there's no words. Just
I'm
like,
just
yeah.
Quiz good one. We humans are strong folk. We just have to take it one challenge at a time. Speaking of challenges, are you ready to confront London? I am. I'll start with him, and when I'm done, Kryta will be free of my father's influence. You'll see. Then the order will stand beside you, or lay, or sit. Wait, what's Tybalt doing? Oh yeah, you gotta go talk to him.
He's playing with his apples. Yeah.
He is kneeling down. He is playing with his apples. Thanks for being so understanding. I know you're... Wait. Truth.
I know our partnership is new, but this has really been great.
Okay, I agree. We work well together. No, that's a different voice.
I hope... I mean...
Do Tony the Tiger.
If you wanted to. Oh, never mind.
To work with you again?
Forever.
I'd love to.
Oh yeah? Really? That's great. Hey, wow, that's great of you. So was there anything you needed to know?
Sure, what's your plan? Or our plan?
An ambush that Landon and his crew won't forget. You'll see.
Okay, I have another question.
Just a few more preparations before we're ready to go. What do you need?
Why all the apple barrels? Are you part of the plan? Are they part of the plan? Are you part of the plan? You better be.
They look real, right? Totally scrumptious. Good.
I'll just wait and see. Then.
Hey,
come on.
Bite my apples.
Got a
They're
moment?
great.
If you're fighting, you'll need a weapon.
Thank you.
Take my
I
rifle.
appreciate it.
Ever fire one?
Bear tried to show me once, and I nearly shot his ear off.
You're gonna be just fine, kiddo. Here they come. Commander Landon and his bully boys.
I'm ready.
Don't be frightened. When you stand with the Order of Whispers, you never stand alone.
Yes, you never stand alone.
Thieves Guild.
And your flamethrower goes through your entire body.
On some remote island? You're under arrest, Lady Beetlestone.
Tell my father I'm not his little girl anymore. I'm free, Landon. Free of him, and free of you.
Lady
Fury
Beetlestone.
rising.
If you think a few apple barrels will stop
I
me,
want to see an
you're going to
artist
be
make a very
disappointed.
great Tony the Tiger, but with Tybalt and their apples.
First, Demi's not going
I'd pay
back.
for that.
Second, these aren't
After I've sold my kidney, of course. I'm gonna
Oh, look at the engineerness! And he got his flamethrower lines out as well. That was good.
Especially
I love
ones
it.
like this filled with crippled char and flunky.
My name
Nice.
is Tybalt Leftpaw, Lightbringer
Landon,
of the
you
Order of
dog.
Whispers.
Tell
and
my
that's
father that he
agent
failed.
to you.
I'll never let him
he's
capture
so-
me alive.
He's so cool. That's agent to you.
I can't thank you two enough. You saved my life, and you've given me purpose. I'll never be a pawn again. I'm going to join the Order of Whispers and become a real operative. In time, I'll do what you do. Help to save the world.
You'll be a great agent someday to me. For now, the information you can give the Order will save a lot of lives. Head into the cave. There's a Lightbringer inside waiting for you. Maybe we'll meet again someday.
Lightbringer, name drop!
Tybalt, I think I still owe you an apple cider.
That you do, buddy. But we've got one last thing on our agenda. The Preceptors have asked to see you.
The Preceptors? Who are they?
The 3 Preceptors lead the Order. They work for the Master of Whispers. His identity is kept secret to protect us all. If they want to see you, it must be big. But don't worry. I'll be by your side.
He's just so good. I just love him so much.
Look at this. So pretty.
Super loot bag. Okay. He is awesome. Yeah, we're actually going inside, aren't we?
Yeah, into the Chantry. In the original game, the Chantry of Secrets was actually like a place of worship that they used as a cover for the Order of Whispers. So.
Oh, quick kill it, hit this person for a hero point.
The absence of light.
Oh, they're 48. Ooh.
As we go through, if you want more lore about the Order and like Tyriosa and how it plays into Nightfall and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
I am prepped wet. Red.
Wait,
what?
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 I've never heard that before.
And it's a diving term, but I don't have to finish it. There you go.
All of the Freudian slips are coming out today.
Oh my god.
That's not a slip, though, is it? Let's be honest. These are not slips.
No, it was.
Freudian slip that right in.
I feel so bad. I've had like a shit ton of painkillers today, so if I'm
Oh, I'm sorry you're struggling with pain today.
Oh no, I'm fine. I took a lot of painkillers. I am tickety boo.
All right,
I like the stress. I like the stress on a lot.
A lot. So if I'm slightly discombobulated, that is that.
More so than usual, or the same?
More so, absolutely more so than usual. Yes. It's pretty bad.
Okay. I'm glad you have some medication.
I love medical science. Give me all the medical science, please.
Okay. We're in the Order of Whispers basage. It's cool in here. It's very chill.
It's a ball.
The big ball. Hey, I got mail.
What if that was a wrecking ball skin?
You know, it's funny because earlier I was sassing. I'm sorry, I don't want to ignore Crew talking about wrecking balls. So let's just go ahead and do a little moment like that. Just to take the moment to appreciate that it does look like a giant wrecking ball. But the one thing I'm going to say is that I have never remembered that this is technically what's supposed to be the base for the Order of Whispers. I have always thought about that room that we were in earlier that has like the table and like that stuff, like that area. And I completely forgot that this thing with this ball exists.
The ball is...
And it's the globe.
It's important. It brings us together.
I wonder...
It's interesting.
Which one's Kryda? Oh my gosh.
She's got an email from Cave as well.
An email?
Yeah,
an email?
An email.
She's using Google or Yahoo?
Yeah. Elliot, I've intercepted reports that you are doing well. Your order praises you highly, because just as we came in, this came in. This is for the best. We must unify. We must all unify, or Tyria will blacken and die. She's all right, fine, Cave. He's like, you know, bit of a bummer, really, isn't it? And Ritlock searched the catacombs for lost power, so they're still doing it apparently. Or we were there, like that's us being there with them before last week, right back in time. Zorja still fights for Snap's legacy while Logan falls back to Kryta and to his queen. I do not understand why they cannot move forward, why they are so obsessed with the past. How can we make them focus on the future? If they do not, it will soon escape us forever and the dragons will succeed. I must follow them, have to watch and understand there is too much at risk for us to fail. She doesn't have much of a past though, does she? I guess. like being a little and all these other things. That's always interesting things I forget about Silvari.
Hang on, which Keith doesn't have much of a past?
No, but like not in terms of like being alive,
to the
but
Chantry
like
of Secrets
being
Initiative.
little.
My
like a
name is
kid.
Halvora.
Oh, like having an actual physical maturity growth cycle.
Whispers. Real is our attaché. And of course you know Lightbringer Tybalt. He speaks very highly of you.
Our operation succeeded, Preceptor. Demi is safe, and soon we'll have enough information on Codicus to keep him under wraps for good.
You've both done exceptionally well. Tybalt, we've decided to keep you on field duty.
Really? You mean it? I'm gonna keep working in the field? I'm gonna keep working in the field, yeah!
As for you, Initiate, we're promoting you to full agent and permanently assigning you and Tybalt as partners. Congratulations. And with that in mind, it's time for your next assignment. Real, give the agent a quick briefing.
Some of the lesser races have asked for assistance. I'll show you the dossiers, and you can choose where you'd
Really
like
just dropping
to
that
investigate.
lesser races, huh?
Oh, even hear that? Even seen that? Okay. Which of the tribal cultures of Tyria would you like to investigate, Agent? Oh, is this an actual? Oh yeah, it is an actual choice. Ah.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Chat, also get in on this. Which I can't remember which one's the best, but I know which one I think is the funniest, probably.
We're not doing Scrit.
Why? Is it not good?
I have no agency here.
Oh, you have no agency. Okay.
I think it's just that people have done Scrit like a million times.
Have they? Okay, that's fine. Quaggan?
I have so many memories of picking Scrit and then regretting it every single time.
Oh, really?
Like, I'd be like, oh, I haven't done it in a while. I'm like, oh, I've done this every single time.
You're Quaggins.
You could do Quaggins. Yeah.
Quaggins is an interesting one, and it also takes us quite close to an in-world puzzle that we can go to.
Okay.
Which is quite cool.
Hylic? I never did do the Hylic. I don't know if I did the Hylic one. Is it fairly dull?
Hylic one is fun. It's
Hylic
around
one's
this
fun.
area, so it keeps it. I will probably, for the sake of linearity, Hylic would be the best to choose because you stay here and then you continue down south towards Ore.
Yeah.
But
really?
it really just depends, like if someone wants to go up north or towards the human lands.
I think I've seen the Quaggan and the script. I don't know if I've seen the Hylic one.
I like Fogs.
Let's do the Hylic. That would be different.
Sure.
Would you think so? I like Quaggans as well, but I like Screw as well. I like all of them. The Hylic one is really close. But we're going to be doing next stream anyway. I'm not going to do it now. I mean, unless it's part of this one.
And the Hylic do kind of stay more in line with like Zaitan.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we get a small bag of spirit shards, another pair of kicks, and as they say, that is it though for the 40 story. So we're kind of done with this one anyway.
That was
Excellent.
lengthy.
Well,
in terms of narrative.
Well, I mean, we did talk a lot in between, so I don't know if it was
This is
that
true,
long.
but in comparing it to like actual gameplay,
Oh,
or
gameplay,
I should say
yeah, for
actual combat and story, we did have a fun mini game where you had to drink. So like
Yeah,
there
that
was a
game's-
lot
yeah,
of like
that's true.
it was a lot of like setting up the story, setting up the characters, and I think this did really well with spending the time to set up Tybalt and the Order of Whispers.
Yeah,
it was
Tybalt's
necessary,
setup
but I
was
liked it.
Epic, as per the norm. Okay, chuck us onto all four of us looking at our faces now. There we go. Excellent, eh? Good job. Right, okay, so
pretty.
how are we
Do you want to
feeling?
go to McDonald's after this?
Oh. Actually, I had KFC have new chicken nuggets. I've not tried those yet.
Ooh.
I don't know though. I haven't had takeout for a long time. Maybe tomorrow.
Welcome to the Food Bringers podcast, where we all bring food and then we talk about it.
Yeah. I don't have
Our
any.
final ad of the night, KFC.
I finished my Costco chicken already.
Ah, dang it.
I love those. They're so good. Oh yeah. Okay. So, everyone, how do we feel about that story? Not bad. I mean, we've given our thoughts and feelings kind of during it, but like, did you enjoy it? Did you find you were wanting more? Did you find that, you know, this joining to the Order you feel belonging to the Order of Whispers? Do you feel like it was fun? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. I think it was good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I
Thanks,
like
Griff.
this one, I think, the best. Here I was waiting, giving people a second to jump in. I'll jump in. It's fine. I'll be the hero we need. I personally think this is the strongest. And that's totally my opinion. I know that other ones will resonate more with people, but for me, having played all of them, I feel like this of the 3 Order quest bits to me feels the most immersive, the most personal. I think it's fun, it's memorable, right? Even if it decides to take a more lighthearted tone, I think it sticks with it. And because of that, I almost feel as though it makes those high stake moments later pay off even more with Battle to Claw Island when you lose him, knowing that like this was his first real partnership and the first thing he really did in the field, and he makes this choice to sacrifice his life. And I think in those ways, this is one of the best intros. I feel like I get a good grasp on what the Order does. I feel like I have a distinctive and, you know, enjoyable role within the Order, and we go from there. The other ones, I think, have moments where they really shine, but didn't maybe feel quite as entirely tied together in as memorable of a way to me, although they do have bits that stand out. And honestly, I think that all 3 of these in general could have just benefited as well from, like, earlier on when we're doing the personal story that we did leading up to this and we're at the Pale Tree and stuff like that, you have representatives of those orders, and I would have almost liked to at that point have a little more setup with who leads these organizations, what role they play, what reputation they have, maybe even having the mentor characters be the characters you're talking to there, who then later you end up working with if you pick one of the orders. So it's always been one of those things where I do think this portion of playthrough is really solid. Whispers to me shines the best. The story is fun. No matter which one you pick, I do think there's good stuff, good cutscenes. But it does feel like there was a lot they were trying to just introduce you to and move you through in the core game. So you have these distinctive little, and here's a little thing, and here's a little thing, and here's a little thing, which just makes it a little bit harder for them, I think, to tell a like larger scale, more immersive, more interesting kind of thing with all of these characters building a lot over time and stuff. But I think Tybalt does maybe, for me, build the most effectively in the shortest amount of time in these missions and this quest line. So
okay.
I agree that we don't really we kind of have the shallowest idea of who these orders are. They don't talk about their history, they don't talk about the founding, they don't talk about they kind of give you an idea of how they're going to come at certain problems and which problems they're kind of willing to tackle. So very combat orientated missions might not involve the Priory. Very kind of sneaky beaky things he automatically falls to the Order of Whispers. But I don't really feel like we get the kind of the gravitas of especially the Order of Whispers and how grounded it is in the world, and how they were one of the first organizations to know that the dragons are rising, and the massive like depth of history and lore that is behind this organization. And I love that Tybalt is this sort of sweet, kind, kind of deeply enthusiastic, very selfless person in the story. But but you don't really ever get to kind of feel like that deep seriousness. And I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of that. And I guess you get to experience a certain amount of that later on in the story as the pact comes together. But there's a huge area of history and a lot of dark history and a lot to do with like Palawa Joko and Tiriosa and the Order of Shadows as well that we get introduced to in Path of Fire. So yeah, I mean, but here's the thing. I always want more lore. I always want more story. This is my bag. So I can't really gauge what the average person jumping in is interested in, because I'm like, you know, eyelash deep in it all.
Okay. I was just looking at the puff of smoke coming up from your name because I can't see a cup of tea. So I'm this is like on this screen. I realized all the names on the left, so I have to kind of do it so we can see all of your lovely avatar. Or I just see the tea and you and not your laptop. So I've kind of got the best of all I can get there, which is cool. It looks good.
It's the she/her is very hot today. It's just super hot today.
Yes, this the she. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Smoking.
Smoking. What's that from? Oh, that's from The Mask. Okay, it is, isn't it? Thank you. Good,
Boomer,
good.
yes.
That's not Boomer. That's Millennial.
I know of The Mask.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, not of. I've watched it.
I'm practically mummified
I've heard
here,
of
so I
that
don't
old
know.
movie, The Mask.
The old movie.
Was there colour back then?
I like the Thin Man stories. I like proper old school TV and movies and things like that. So
yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
You can all like some. You mean like
positively fossilized.
You mean like
yeah,
Jurassic
so.
Park? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's my fuck off button? Hang on, I'll just find it.
Hey. If you've never seen Rock
It's for
Hudson in a
horses.
movie before, like you're missing out. You know, Rock Hudson. It's all about Rock Hudson, apparently. I don't know. Or
right.
some.
He was lovely. He was like, yeah.
Well, I mean, we could keep talking about Rock Hudson for a while, or we could do some outros.
I think Rogue needs to go. I haven't looked at the Discord at all, actually.
So nice, but like I'm so hungry though, Jebro,
I'm
because
sorry.
we talked about food a lot today. So
I love y'all both.
but
Oh my god, I didn't look in the Discord at all. Okay, sorry. Sorry. Oh my god.